now forever be remembered for their accomplishments. First up, Mary Kelly, 2002 graduate, athletics. Mary was a pioneer and trailblazer in female athletics, opening doors for young women across Illinois nearly 2 decades before girls wrestling even became an IHSA officially sanctioned sport. Mary was born into a family with a rich wrestling history. She started wrestling with the kids club before joining the junior high team. 31-1 as a 7th grader, 28-1 as an 8th grader, beating all the boys. She became the first girl in state history to earn an IESA wrestling medal, placing 3rd at state. In high school, Mary was 75-36 with 28 pins. She made history as the first female to win a match in the IHSA dual meet state tournament, helping her team secure a 3rd place finish as a junior, 4th place as a senior. She was also a team captain and a AA regional champ. Mary's wrestling career was just starting. She joined the U.S. national team, training at the Olympic Training Center in Colorado Springs, while representing her country in various international competitions. She was 4th in the 2004 and 2008 Olympic trials. She won the USA World Team Trials in 2006, placed 5th in 2007 on the World Cup team before retiring due to injury. In 2019, she became the first female wrestler to be inducted into the Illinois Wrestling Coaches and Officials Association Hall of Fame. She earned a degree in community health education from Northern Michigan, an experience that led her to pursue a career in the health and fitness industry. Mary joins us today from Hawaii. Thanks for making the trip, Mary. We're all jealous of where you live. She works as an independent personal trainer, and here to present Mary her award is Rob Porter. Congratulations to Mary Kelly, Hall of Fame class of 2024. All right, next up, Bodie Reeder, 2005 graduate, athletics. Bodie quickly made a name for himself with the Bulldogs as a 4-year starter in both football and baseball, while also earning 2 letters in basketball. He excelled most on the gridiron, rewriting the school's record books. He set every passing record, including more than 6,200 career yards, top 5 in the state at the time, to go along with 67 touchdowns. In baseball, Bodie was a 3-time all-conference first-team selection. He excelled both at the plate and on the mound. His leadership, work ethic, and athletic talents made him a respected teammate and competitor. Reeder's accomplishments, however, were not as alone. He credits his success to the strong support and mentorship of older teammates and coaches. After his time at Mahomet, Bodie went on to play football at the University of Wyoming and EIU. He then began a career in coaching where he continues to build an impressive resume. He's had stops across several FBS and FCS schools, including Oklahoma State, Auburn, Eastern Washington, North Texas, and more. Currently, Bodie is the offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach at Middle Tennessee State University in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. He's not with us tonight because he's currently getting his Blue Raiders offense ready for their homecoming game tomorrow against Duke. But here to accept his plaque, Bodie's father, Jerry. Presenting is Steve Krebs. Congratulations to Bodie Reeder, Hall of Fame class of 2024. Our next recipient, Tom Schallenberger, 1978 graduate, athletics. Unfortunately, Tom couldn't join us in attendance tonight, but his family is proud to be here in his place. Tom is one of only 3 Hall of Fame inductees to have been both a standout athlete and serve as a head coach at Mahomet-Seymour. During Schallenberger's time as a Bulldog athlete, he played football, track and field, basketball, and he wrestled. He was a 3-year letter winner as a lineman and senior captain on the 77 MS Class 2A state championship football team. He was also a 3-year letter winner in track and field, where he qualified for state of the shot put. After graduating, Tom played football at College of DuPage and University of Evansville. After that, he returned to his alma mater, becoming a PE teacher, as well as an assistant football, wrestling, and track and field coach. When fellow Hall of Famer Frank Dutton stepped down, he handpicked Schallenberger to be his successor. In Tom's first 4 years, the Bulldogs qualified for the playoffs. He bookended his career as well with postseason appearances in his final 6 years. He played a large role in creating the Blue Dot Society, which recognizes athletes who are 4-year football players. From an athlete to a coach, Tom was part of the program for 3 decades, helping the team to 18 of the 31 playoff appearances in school history. He left with a record of 105-59. He took 2 teams to the quarterfinals, 1 to the semis, and he was inducted into the Illinois Football Coaches Association Hall of Fame in 2013. He finished his career in education as principal at Fisher. Tom lives in Mahomet with his wife Carol of 39 years, daughter Maria, and sons Lyle and Leighton. Presenting Tom his Hall of Fame plaque and his family is Diane Dutton. Congratulations to Tom, Hall of Fame Class 2024. All right, our final inductee tonight, Dick Watkins, Fine and Performing Arts. Dick Watkins taught at Mahomet-Seymour from 1973 to 2006. He became the high school band director in '83 after working as a 5th and 6th grade band director. When Watkins took over, there were fewer than 20 people in the high school band, as the program went through 3 different band directors in 5 years. Within 3 years after taking over, Watkins had increased the membership to more than 60 students. He entered his team into the marching band competition. They finished 15th out of 15, but they got better from there. They went on to win the Illinois marching band competition for 7 consecutive years, starting in 1988. During those 7 years, his bands were victorious in every competition, the field and parade. Building on these achievements, Watkins entered his band into the annual Rose Bowl Parade in California, one of only 16 high school bands chosen to march in the 107th Tournament of Roses Parade. Watkins and his band went on to play in the Fiesta Bowl twice. He went to Honolulu twice with the band. In addition to his success, Dick also took care of the field that both the band and MSHS football team used. After retiring, Watkins continued to maintain the field and others in the area until 2016. Dick and his wife Janet, who was inducted to the MSHS Hall of Fame in 2020, are now the first husband and wife to be enshrined in the Hall. Presenting Dick his plaque tonight is Lee Smith. Congratulations, Dick and Janet. Class of 2024 Hall of Fame, you have left a legacy here. Real quick, one more round of applause for all of our Hall of Fame inductees tonight. Thank you.
On behalf of the administration of Mahomet-Seymour High School, Mahomet-Seymour Bulldog Athletics, and the Mahomet-Seymour High School football program, we'd like to welcome each of you to this evening's Apollo Conference contest between Charleston High School and your Mahomet-Seymour Bulldogs. We'd also like to extend a warm welcome to those of us joining us this evening on the Bulldog TV network. Mahomet-Seymour High School wishes good luck to both teams participating this evening. Remember, it's our expectation that those in attendance will conduct themselves at all times with a level of sportsmanship and respect that expresses positive support for your team. Booing, swearing, or negative comments directed toward the opposing team or officials will result in an invitation to leave our facility for the evening. Adults, remember you are role models for our children and athletes. Again, remember we're here to cheer for our teams, not against anyone else. Thanks for your cooperation. If you have any questions or concerns, please contact one of the administrators at this evening's event.
welcome, Bulldog fans. It's a beautiful night in Mahomet. It's homecoming.
Oh,
We have got some, we got some neon themes, construction theme in the student section.
huh.
Chad, we've got a ball game. It's the home opener for the Apollo Conference. We're coming in here 1-2 on paper, right? We've played tough schedule. We've talked about it. We've exhausted that. Tough losses on the road to Highland. Tough loss last week. You guys all watched Sycamore, really good team. But Charleston comes in 3-0. Played, I would say, some lesser quality opponents than we've played, but nonetheless,
They're 3-0, Dan.
they're 3-0. They've taken care of business. You know what I mean? They've taken care of their business. As the kids say, they stand on business.
Did the kids say that these days?
Well, I don't know. I think I heard that in a rap song one time.
Oh, I don't listen to rap. So.
Regardless, this is a prove-it game.
Yeah.
It sets the tone. This is our house. We've been conference champions now 3 years in a row. It's the start of conference. It's time to get moving. Coach talks about it all the time. Time to grow up. Time to grow up.
Time to grow up.
Tonight's a great night to grow up. You know what I like about the field tonight? Look at it, Chad, and you'll know what I like about the field.
Give me a second. Oh, checkered end zones.
That's a little early.
Checkered end zone. We don't normally see that till playoffs.
Oh, it's a special night in Mahomet.
You think they knew we were going to be here tonight?
I think they knew.
Yeah.
I think they knew. And it's a Charleston special. We talked about a lot of Charleston connections with the coaching staff. Coach John Atkins, the Murphy brothers.
Don't forget this.
Yes, sir.
We have a state representative that's from Charleston.
We sure do. Mr. Not Mr. Senator. Chapin Rose. From down there in them parts. Along with another guy we know, Jim Sims.
Oh, yeah.
But nonetheless, a lot of Charleston connections between Mahomet. Let's hope we defend the house, as they say, protect the house. Chad, what do you know about Charleston coming in? What can you tell me?
These kids love to run. And it's not unlike what we saw last week from Sycamore. They'll run 2, 3, 4 backs. It's a run-heavy team. Their quarterback's Luke Bonstetter.
Yeah, he started last year. I remember.
You remember that name?
I do remember. Maybe 3 years. I'm not sure.
I don't know if I've been around that long, Dan.
Well,
but,
no, you have, but you don't remember. You got short-term memory loss.
They like to run the ball. They like to control the clock.
Yep.
It's not that the quarterback can't throw it. It's that they choose to dominate the clock. And they do that because they have the talent in the backfield. Number 44.
Watch out for him.
Am I missing that? Is that
It's Marcellus. Marcellus Bowling. Watch out for him.
Yeah.
We've heard about him. Even our cohorts from Charleston, they're on the radio, I assume. They told us about him. So, obviously, we've got to watch out for number 44. I'm looking to see. Yeah, he's a senior, 215, Chad. 6 foot, big boy, running the ball.
Okay. Let's just play this out a little bit. We have a very strong linebacker core. I almost fell right out on the bleachers.
I would love that.
I know you would.
There would be no cut. We'd air the whole thing. That'd be good for TV.
We have a very strong linebacking core.
Senior-led, all three seniors.
All three of them. They can lay the pain on you. It remains to be seen, do they play a 3-4, a 4-3?
A hybrid?
Are they guarding the box? Are they dropping one of the linebackers back?
We don't know.
We don't know.
Last week you saw Brock play all over the field.
Oh, he's almost playing like a free safety, and I love that.
Number 2,
they weren't scared. They weren't scared of the run. They were playing the pass because they knew it was going to come. And, Brock is a senior. You mentioned that before. And as we talked to the coaches this week, you mentioned Coach Atkins, Coach Murphy. When he's dropping back into that kind of free safety look, he's a body with experience they don't have.
And he still plays the run from that depth, shockingly. But he's able to adjust to the pass, but he's looking to run like a linebacker. It's kind of a special little weapon we have in Brock, if I'm being honest.
Speaking of Brock.
Oh, we've got a Brock.
And
the Godfather couldn't be here.
Godfather couldn't be there. Let's go down to Brock, who's on the sideline. Brock, what do you have for the keys to the game?
Here's what we got, guys. Listen, up in the box, I was down here earlier. The energy level from Mahomet Bulldogs was over the top.
Okay.
Listen, we're coming off 2 hard losses from very competitive teams. So here's where we're at. The energy was over the top. They're ready to take this game tonight. All right, so listen, we've got Marcellus Bowling, number 44, that's going to try to bring the heat at his position of fullback. All right, he's going to try to muscle this in tonight. If they can't do that, they're going to try to hit our defensive backs to see if they can break this open in the backfield. Our defensive backs really have got some experience at this point that I think they can hold this up. So if our defense can hold strong, get where they need to do, play their positions, I feel like we've got a pretty strong position tonight to make this happen.
All right.
Hey,
back up.
Yeah. Can we get to cut the band note? RZ, thank you. Boy, that band is strong. We love our band.
Oh, I love those drums.
Those drums.
There's nothing that makes you know how I feel about drums in football.
I tell you what, we heard it loud and clear there. They're doing awesome. Shout out to the band. We'll see them at halftime as well. We'll let them do their thing, and they're getting us hyped. But Brock makes a good point. This is a get-back game. It's the old get-back game.
Can't get right.
Coach talked about, homecoming is for the alumni, right? It's for the student body. But it's surrounded by the football game.
The whole week.
This week all comes down to this. So you got to figure out how to avoid distractions and take care of business. We talk about stand on business.
Hey,
tonight
listen,
the boys want revenge from a couple losses and get it back.
The only thing I want to do right now is dance to these drums.
Well, do it.
Nah,
Ryan, cue the. Go ahead, Chad. There it is. Yep, that's what we.
All right.
No, that. Yeah. No, that's what the people want.
I feel like we're at a Grambling game.
Listen, comment. If you like Chad dancing, go ahead and like and comment. We'll do more of that at halftime during the band performance. We'll have the band performance, but we'll have clips of Chad for later. I am excited. I feel like this is homecoming. It is homecoming.
Damn it. Okay, let's just take a timeout.
That doesn't mean a break.
When is the last time you went to homecoming at your alma mater high school?
Oh, wow. That's a great question. Maybe the first year I was out of high school, if I'm being honest. I should have a better answer to that, but that's because we're not Mahomet.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people here.
There's a lot of people here tonight
that graduated years ago.
Yeah.
It's a different feel. Go ahead, Brock. Oh, we got some more. I think Brock's playing with his mic down there.
Yeah, I think he is. All right, let's just talk about Mahomet offense.
Yeah, let's do it. Obviously, we're down a man.
We're down a man. Well, technically, we're down 2.
Correct.
We're down 1 from last week. What do you think the keys for Mahomet offense? And let me just kind of set this up. Last week, we saw the run game really come alive. Actually, we'll take a quick second for the national anthem. We'll be right back with you.
Band director, the man who laid the foundation for what has become decades of marching band dynasty, and the latest inductee to the Mahomet-Seymour Hall of Fame, Mr. Dick Watkins.
Okie dokie.
Hey, we're back.
Oh, man,
what a
I got
great
chills.
performance.
That was great.
What a great performance. This band is the best in the land. I don't care what they say.
Kind of reminded me of Super Bowl last year when the coaches were on the sideline crying. Chris Stapleton just played.
Well,
Okay.
Okay.
Well, let's get back to football.
Let's not get carried away.
Well,
So the keys to the game, offensively, you asked about who's going to step up from the receiving core.
okay, so what I was starting to say is Mahomet clearly established the run last week.
Cade Ashby, 39 carries. Second most in Mahomet history.
Great.
Only
Name the player and the nickname of the kid who has 40.
Patrick Brewer.
Nope.
Don't know the nickname.
You're halfway there.
Andrew Brewer.
Andrew Brewer.
Nickname.
Pee-wee.
Sorry, I didn't know that one.
Pee-wee.
Really?
Absolutely.
Had 40 carries in a game. Cade Ashby kind of quietly had 39. I mean, we knew in the second half he was getting the ball every play, but 39 carries, would you have guessed that?
No, I wouldn't have actually. And credit to the offensive coordinator and the line and everyone that made that happen. So the question tonight remains, do they try the same thing? Do they try to step up and find the new receivers that are the 1 and the 2 looks, right, on your progression?
Here's what I'm going to tell you. They've had a week to prepare now. That was on the fly, right? We lost our guy against a really good defense. Tonight we have a full week to prepare for a game plan. I fully expect we don't talk enough about Luke Dyer.
Ooh.
The senior quarterback, he's returned. He broke a record in week 1 for passing.
How many yards, Dan?
593 passing
593.
yards. I fully expect a balanced game plan. You're going to see guys like Hammerschmidt step up. We've announced his name plenty of times.
What about Orton?
Hammerschmidt, Mike Orton.
Mike is down there on the field, Dan.
This Week in Bulldog Athletics plug. Mason Orton, the senior. Those 2 seniors I fully expect to step up. But other guys like Wade Manuel, expect more from him.
Yeah.
We talked pregame in the coaches show, not pregame, but last night about drop passes. They spent all week trying to prevent that, going back to basics. A lot of those guys were trying to catch and run too quick. They dropped a pass. I don't expect that tonight. You're going to see completions. And, again, the X factor, shouldn't be an X factor, is Luke Dyer. Luke is a poised quarterback, senior-led, but I'm telling you, you're going to see a steady dose of Cade Ashby. You're going to see a steady dose of Cade. I think we're going to have a nice balanced attack, Chad.
Well, red and white Charleston, they take the field. 3:35 to go till kickoff. We're done with our pregame commentary, and the Bulldogs are set here to take the field right
this
now.
This is my favorite part. Let's zoom in on that, RZ. Love the American flag. Love that family strong. Here they come, all Navy tonight. Bulldogs decked out in the navy on navy with the orange and white trim on the shoulders, those orange helmets, waving the flag. Charleston, the Trojans come in 3-0. They're over there on the white on red, a little bit of yellow trim. Ooh, red helmets.
Here's something I just noticed.
What you got?
Coaches have switched to white shirts this week.
Oh, little new.
We didn't get that memo.
No, we didn't. We didn't.
But here's the memo we did get. We're going to do a quick commercial break, and we'll be back for kickoff here at homecoming at Frank Dutton Field.
The Mahomet-Seymour High School Athletic Boosters are proud to continue their support of 20 sport programs that make up MSHS Bulldog Athletics. They thank you for your continued support, and go Bulldogs! At D1 Networks, we take our role in connecting, protecting, and monitoring businesses in Central Illinois very seriously. When you need us, we'll be there, with service that sets the standard. From access control and structured cabling, to video surveillance and fiber installation, we always strive to provide creative solutions to the ever-changing technology needs of our clients. Contact D1 Networks today. Visit our website or call us at 855-836-6363. Andrew White Dentistry is Mahomet's choice for quality dental treatment in a friendly environment. Dr. White is proud to serve his hometown of Mahomet from their new location at 1112 Broadmoor in Champaign. Call 217-359-5050 to set up an appointment today. Jackson Construction and Restoration is a family-owned and operated company specializing in residential and commercial services. We have been serving Central Illinois for over 20 years. If you want to remodel a room, restore a deck, or even start fresh with a new
beer, and we've got, who's that other one? Oh, we're live.
We're
Sorry.
live. Dan's flapping his gums back here. We're ready for kickoff.
Wow.
Bulldogs are going to receive it first.
Speaking of kickoff, Max Weber set to kick the junior for the Trojans. Brock Vanderveer back deep along with, I think that's Braden Garrett.
Yep.
The kick is Squibber. It goes to Brock. Brock's got it. He's got a couple blockers. He takes it right up the center field. He's got room. He's got all kinds of room, Chad.
Oh!
He's at the 30. He's at the 20. He's at the 10, the 5. That's a touchdown! Touchdown! Brock Vanderveer with the statement.
And if you could see the crowd and in the end zone,
Come on!
And I have never seen Coach Atkins run down the sideline so quick. That was amazing.
Special teams, special players, special plays. Let's go, Brock Vanderveer. Let's go, special teams.
13 seconds off the clock, and the Bulldogs strike 6-0.
Not even touch. Great blocking up front by that Bulldog special teams. Gets Brock untouched to the end zone.
Well, here's what I don't like about that.
What?
I've got to focus now on the who are we playing tonight?
Charleston.
Charleston offense real quick.
Jackson Davis with the point after. The hold is good. The snap's good. The kick also good. 7-0 Bulldogs. 11:47. 13 seconds in. Brock Vanderveer takes it to the house.
Okay, question for you, Dan.
Answer.
Do you do an onside kick right here?
I don't see why not. I'm
looking for a statement to be made by this coaching staff tonight. Remains to be seen. Did we talk about sponsors yet?
No. Thank you for that introduction. Real quick, let's thank our Bulldog TV sponsors. Without them, this thing just wouldn't happen. Our elite level sponsors: Dr. Andrew White, Busey Bank, Christie Clinic, D1 Networks, Jackson Quality Construction, Mid-American Mart, Subway of Mahomet. Our premier level sponsor is First State Bank of Forest, and our champion level sponsors, Blager Concrete Construction and the Illinois Army National Guard. What a good start. I told you Brock Vanderveer would be a key to this game.
You did.
I thought it would be defensively, Chad.
Well, apparently not.
But apparently it's on the kickoff.
Well, apparently not this early. He hasn't had a chance yet.
No, but Jackson's going to kick it deep. Charleston set to receive. Alex Matheny along with Braxton Hanner back deep for Charleston. It is an onside. Chad calls it. Brock
they got it! They got it!
Vanderveer, the X Factor. Wow, what a start. Chad called it. Brock Vanderveer with two huge plays back-to-back. The only player in Mahomet history, I'm pretty sure, to take back a touchdown and recover
and get an onside
kick in the first 14 seconds of Bulldog history.
Unbelievable. Well, let's just see what they have dialed up here. Luke Dyer comes out, Ashby to his right.
Holy moly. Well, we're going to go momentum. You know that. We're going to try to strike here.
2 to the left, 2 to the right. Late player coming on for Charleston. Ashby goes in motion. It's a quick out, and once again, that's an incomplete pass. I think that's going to be
– that was Wade.
Wade Manuel, I think, out
we
there.
We talked all week. Coach talked all week, like, make the catch first. Don't run second. Not a good example of that right there. He had a couple of those last week, but Wade's going to be all right. He's going to be all right. Second down, 10 yards to go. 2 backs in the backfield position.
I believe that's going to be Tristan Nelson in the backfield. And if you're at home, that's going to be an offsides against Charleston. If you're at home,
that's a free 5.
Really can't appreciate it, but it actually smells like South Farms is blowing from the west.
I didn't know if you were going to say it first or I had to say it. I don't know what's going on, but homecoming is bringing in some pungent smells.
Be that away, it does go to Tristan off the right side. He's got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's on his feet all the way down to the 6-yard line. First and goal for the Bulldogs, 11:34.
There is a flag, Chad. It's coming back. It's a hold.
I'm not mad at that. No. I'm actually not mad at that.
No, there's a holding. I think it's on our up back, Channing Byers.
Channing Byers.
Yeah, Channing, the lead blocker on that play, the what do you call it, halfback? Fullback?
Well, it would be fullback in that scenario.
Fullback came out in front, but, man, you're not wrong. This smell is pungent. I don't know if it's a homecoming special or what.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, if you're selling deodorant, this is the crowd you want to be in.
If you're home, spray some fragrance for us. Maybe it'll come this way.
Well, let's see what happens. Dyer, empty backfield, 4-receiver set, tied into his left. Drops back, pressure from the outside. Dyer, quick rip
Good
across.
find. That's Mace.
Mason Orton, and he'll pick up about 7 or 8 on that.
Wow.
Crowd wanted a late hit. They won't get it.
Now, that was a takedown by Charleston, number 34. That's Ben Coffey. We're going to mention his
calling
name.
his name a lot tonight.
Yeah, he's a two-way player, linebacker, running back, 5'10 senior. Ben Coffey with the takedown. Kind of like the Superfly, little
Jimmy Snuka?
Jimmy Snuka action.
Let's see what Jimmy has drawn up here. Trips left, single to his right would be Dyer. It's a read option, and again it's dropped. That was actually intended for Bryson, I believe. Number 80, is that Bryson?
I missed that one, Chad. I was looking at my text. My couple of my friends from college days are blowing me up right now. Shout out to Jared Travis, Ed Dabrowski, Brett Barzell, watching from the suburbs. We are 4th and about 7. Bryson Tiefenthaler is how you pronounce that.
I'm glad you said that, not me.
Tiefenthaler.
Empty backfield, heavy pressure from the outside. Dyer
Good
looks,
poise.
throws it across the middle.
Yeah.
That's the hammer. He's got the first down all the way down to about the 12.
Oh, he's still going.
He's still on his feet across the 10. That'll be a Bulldogs first down.
Hey, Chad.
Yes, sir.
Stop. Hammer time.
Oh, man.
Attaboy, right on cue.
We've been together too long.
Yeah, buddy.
That's a dadgum shame is what it
First
is.
and goal for the Bulldogs.
And it looks like it's a handoff. I believe it is, actually, to Cade Ashby, and he's going to take it off the right side. And for a touchdown, they call it.
Bulldog touchdown.
Dan, I take back everything I said.
Great start.
But I don't take back the onside kick.
There are no takebacks.
Hey, well, the Bible says no take. Oh, it says no paybacks.
No paybacks,
Yeah.
but tonight there's no takebacks.
No takebacks.
13-0 early. First quarter, 10:32 left to go. Jackson Davis in for the point after. And we're set. Jackson gets set. Finch, the snap, holds good. Jackson up and in for the point after. 14-0 early, Chad. This is a great time to catch our breath.
All right,
Let's take a break. Let's pay the bills. RZ, go to break.
Jackson Construction and Restoration is a family-owned and operated company specializing in residential and commercial services. We have been serving Central Illinois for over 20 years. If you want to remodel a room, restore a deck, or even start fresh with a new house, Jackson is there. And in the times of need after any fire or storm damage, our team of experts is there to help you rebuild or restore your home. Call now for an estimate on your next project.
Growing your family, opening your own business, retiring to travel, leaving your legacy. At Busey Bank, we know there's a lot to look forward to and a lot of planning along the way. Celebrate your life's milestones by putting your money to work. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Member FDIC.
And we're back. Let's go down to Brock. Brock, if you've got your ears on, what'd you see there?
All right, so here's what we got down here, guys. I told you before the game, Charleston has started 3-0. The Bulldogs' energy after playing several hard competitive games, they're ready, they're hungry. And I told you their energy on their sidelines was over the top before the game. They are ready to take this down and to work it. At this point, including the coach's call from Coach Atkins on the outside kick, they are ready to win this game. So what we need at this point is we need this consistency to continue as we go forward and the hustle to outperform Charleston. Their mind frame is we're 3-0, we can win. Bulldogs is we're going to take this game.
Yeah, Brocky called it the energy level high pregame, and it's definitely transpired here early.
Well, let's see what Bonstetter has dropped up. It's a quick overthrow And that was so quick, I never even saw him throw it, actually.
No, he was intending, his intended receiver was Braxton Hunter, the sophomore, 5'9", 135. But he threw it a little high, and it'll bring up 2nd and 10. Chad, I noticed early on here, we talked about this pregame, they do have Brock drop back in that deep position, kind of a safety position, if you would, a rover position.
Yeah.
Our best
He's
athlete is kind of spying the quarterback, Luke Bonsetter, but he's also capable enough to come up and support the run. So look for that here early on.
Well, no surprise, Marcel
playing tight coverage
bowling to the right of Bonstetter. He's going to drop back for another pass. They're going to test this defense early. Little pushing and shoving, no flag, incomplete. That'll bring up 3rd and 10 for Charleston.
Yeah, good coverage by BG there. Braden Garrett on the coverage, intended for Mason Redfern, the senior, 6'205", wide out. Pretty good throw. Better coverage by Garrett brings up 3rd and 10.
Are you surprised at all that they're testing the DBs early
No.
and not going to bowling?
I'm not, because our history so far has been we haven't stepped up very well on the pass game. So our corner's playing really tight on the outsides.
Well, a little bump and run, so to speak. And it's a drop ball.
Another pass.
Bonstetter will pick it up. Heavy pressure, and he's going to throw it out of bounds. That'll bring up 4th down for the first series of Charleston.
Yeah, good series for the Bulldogs. Ethan Esker applying a lot of pressure there. We talked to him last night. We knew he was going to be flying all over the field.
Yeah, old Esker.
Old Esker applied a little pressure, got in Bonstetter's face. Bonstetter had to throw one. Up for grabs. It comes incomplete. Brings up a punting situation for the Trojans, and the punter is also your kicker for Trojans. Max Weber will set to punt. We've got BG deep along with Hammer. Back
we
deep.
got some speed back there.
Yep. You know they're going to probably avoid Hammer if they've got the scout. They're going to go to Braden's side, the far side. They're lined up about the 32-yard line here. Early in this first quarter. Almost a block by Vanderveer. They do go to Hammer. Hammer gets one block. He's got a seam.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
He is gone.
Nobody in front of him. And it is a Bulldog touchdown. Special teams, special players, special plays.
If you're the Bulldogs coaching staff,
Thrilled.
all you can do is laugh right now.
Thrilled.
Everything they've coached and we talked about all week, they're executing flawlessly right now.
Stop.
We're not even out of the first quarter, and it's 20-0.
Stop.
Hammer time.
Hammer time. Another big play by Hammerschmidt on the punt return. I told you I would avoid him on that punt return. They didn't listen, Chad.
Well, I don't know if they had an earpiece in or not.
No. Jackson Davis trying to complete his 3rd point after. He's set to kick. Finch on the snap. The snap's good. Kicks up. And the kick is good. That's Dyer. Luke Dyer is on the hold tonight, by the way, the quarterback.
We've seen this over the last 3 or 4 years where Mahomet's special teams scored a lot. We've not seen it this year. They've thrown up 14 points in special teams in the first quarter.
We haven't. I don't know that we've seen a special team score this season. Have we?
No.
So talk about a get-back game. This is a get-back game. A couple big special teams went the other way last week on us. Not this week so far.
Not this week. And if you're joining us and somewhere west of town, you're a hog farmer, if you can turn the fan the other way.
I'm just wondering.
It is the most offensive thing I've ever smelled.
We love our field crew, but I'm wondering if they use the old fashioned way.
The spray.
Of fertilization.
Yeah.
For the field. I mean, it is awful
it's about
green.
to drive me out of the booth.
It's
I can
really
tell you
green.
that much.
I don't know. We're about to shut this window. It's that bad.
No, we're not.
Yeah, I think I might just turn the heater on for Chad. Jackson Davis set to kick early on. All Bulldogs, 21-0. Davis kicks it. It's another onside. This time, 70 covers it up. They weren't ready still.
Yeshua O'Brien, I think it was.
Yep. The senior, 5'10", 240 D lineman.
I like the aggressive call.
I do too. Let's
Worst
put it away.
case, you're giving it to him at the 45.
Put it away early. This is a credit to Coach Atkins. He trusts the defense against this Trojan team. He's going to put it on the 45 and let the defense work. Again, love Brock Vanderveer in that midfield position, just kind of roaming around. Expect some pressure here from Javon. We haven't talked about Javon yet. Like to see him get through that line, maybe penetrate some gaps, cause some havoc.
Well, let's see what Bonstetter has drawn up. He's got his favorite running back, Marcel Bowling, to his right. And they're going to go to the pass again. They're going to test this, and it is broken up by Mahomet.
Caught by Henry Wagner. Hits the ground, but you're not kidding. They have they even
I don't
run
think they've run it
play?
all. I mean, it is only their second series.
A little shocking, though. We come into this game thinking Marcellus Bowling, 44, number 44 on your program. Well, you guys at home don't have a program, but we do. He's a senior. He's 6 foot 215. They still haven't given him the ball. He's not even – yeah, he is in the backfield. They go with kind of a diesel look here. Not really.
No, not at all. It's a shotgun formation. It's a handoff for the first time tonight, and the Bulldogs will have nothing to do with it. Pickup of 1. That'll bring up 3rd and 9 for Charleston.
Yeah, Esker on the stop there, among others. They gave it to Ben Coffey.
Isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, another running back, 5'10", running back for Charleston. Still no give to Marcellus just yet.
I think it's Marcel Bowling.
That's not what they said.
Number 44?
Yeah, they said Marcellus. The X is a S sound.
Okay, that's fine. I've been wrong before.
I mean, no, that's what they said next door. They're from Charleston, Joe.
Yeah, Bonstetter in the I formation, one to his left, one to his right, tight end to the left. They're going to test this defense again. It's a look back. He rolls out to his right, across the middle, and broken up by a Bulldog. And none other. Is it? Oh,
Braden Garrett.
Braden Garrett.
Yeah, BG with he's the only returning starter back there on the defensive backfield, and he does a great job of coming up, reading the scramble pass, gets a paw on it. He'll drop back for the punt receive now with Hammer. Again, you got to think they're going to avoid Hammer, but, man, I was wrong last time.
Well, I mean, your wife told me you've been wrong a lot, Dan.
Yeah, every day of the week. Number 2, Max Weber is their kicker and their punter.
Second time tonight they're kicking it.
3 and out. Second time as well, Chad. Good start for that Bulldog defense. They've been tested in this early season. They're showing up tonight. Oh, it's a high snap, Chad. It's loose.
Oh, my goodness.
Brock is coming, and he wants revenge.
And he gets it, and Bulldogs will start from the Charleston 11.
There's one player on a high snap that I do not want to see coming at me if I'm a punter.
Who is it?
Brock Vanderveer.
Brock Vanderveer.
So Charleston lucky to recover, but a bad field position for Charleston. Gives the ball back over on the Bulldog 15-yard line. You might see some diesel package this drive. I don't know.
I don't think you do. I think you try to establish that pass.
We haven't had to do much, Chad, but this is
yet.
You might see some Kate Ashby in there as well.
Well, he's set up to the right of Dyer. Hammer and Seymour off to his left.
Oh, and
Seymour,
to the other right. Talked about him. Timeout.
And it's going to be a timeout, Charleston. Listen, before we get too far.
Yes, sir.
This is sent in from the board, school board.
Yep.
We'd just like to take the moment to remind everyone Mahomet-Seymour Schools does have a referendum on the ballot for November 5th election. This is a community-driven initiative that focused on the much-needed K-8 classroom space, including a 2nd and a 3rd grade building, updates to Lincoln Trail, and improved functionality and student service areas, and a new 6th through 8th grade building located at the present high school site. Phase 2 of this plan addresses needs at the Mahomet-Seymour High School in approximately 5 years without needing additional property tax increase at the time. You can learn more. Where can you learn more? Details at our district website. We want to remind all of you to get out and vote in either case. November 5th, go Bulldogs.
Get out and vote, Bulldog fans. Go vote. Vote for schools. Luke Dyer, 1st and 10.
Well, same formation. Owen Seymour goes in motion, makes it a 3 wide. Luke Dyer looks left and right. He's going to tuck it and run. He's got space in front of us. And a praying mantis in my face.
What is happening tonight?
This has gone Cy-Goglin.
What is going on? I don't know about your praying mantis. That must be a
look at the size of that
hog. Don't know if that – I think we need to zone in on that. Right. We are. But, hey, back to the game. We've got a 2nd and 2 after a great Luke Dyer keeper on a scramble. Luke Dyer with Ashby beside him in the shotgun formation. Luke, he's got a man. He's open, and he's in.
Touchdown.
Touchdown, Bulldogs. We talked about him earlier, Chad. That's number 80, Bryson Tiefenthaler on the reception. We talked about guys stepping up in the absence of Trey Peters. That's one, Bryson Tiefenthaler. Brock, what do you see from your point of view down on the field?
Look, here's one simple step to follow, whether it's high school football, college football, pro football, is these 3 words: do your job. Right now, Mahomet, every person on the line, in the back, the receivers, everyone is doing their job. When you do your job, you win. That's what's happening right now.
Oh, yeah. That sounds like a speech from
it sounds like
Nick Saban or something.
Presidential, like. Do your job, know your role, right? Do your assignment. On that note, let's take a quick break because we've got job to do. We've got to thank our sponsors. They pay the bills. We'll be right back. All right, we're back, Bulldog fans, and after another score, Bulldogs up still 8:46, 28-0. We've got back deep for the Trojans, Alex Matheny and Braxton.
I think it's
Hanner.
Riley Forner, is it?
What number is it?
Foreman. Is it 6 over there?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I've been calling that wrong. You're right. Riley Foreman back deep. Jackson with another onside kick.
Yeah, that's going to be a penalty.
Yeah, didn't execute that time. Boy, we're going for all.
Oh, we are going for – hold on a second. I don't remember when I've seen an onside kick from the Bulldogs. We've seen 3 in the first quarter.
I've never seen 3 in a game. I don't think I've seen more than 3 in a season, Chad. Maybe 3.
Well, you've seen it here tonight with 8:43 to go. Bulldogs absolutely kiboshing Charleston 28-0.
I mean, we aren't even halfway through this first quarter, Chad.
Well, that's good math, Dan.
The math is mathing. Nonetheless, after the penalty, Charleston will actually have pretty good field position. Their best field position of the night. They're on our side of the field for the first time.
Well, you got to think at this time you're gonna take some shots with Bowling. Let's see what
you got to go to Bowling.
Has, and it does go to Bowling, and there's a penalty on the field and a loss of 5. That came out pretty quick. It was right at the snap. Could have been offsides. Could have been false start. Let's see what they say. Yeah, it's going to be offsides on the Bulldogs. They'll march off 5, which is unfortunate because it was a loss of 5. So that's a delta of 10 yards. You know what I did there?
Math is mathing again. You know what? I feel like you did go to school.
Well, just barely got out of 3rd grade.
Well, they go over the arithmetics around that time. The 5 plus 5 equals 10.
Well, until tonight, I never knew it was called arithmetic.
No, I'm pretty sure I said arithmetic, but we can run it back later. RZ will prove me otherwise.
Chase Close sets up to the right of Bonstetter on an island.
Probably looking at trying to get a pass in again.
Bowling set up to block. Heavy pressure from the Bulldogs. They do.
There's a
penalty all the way from the end zone. I don't know how he could see that. The guy right next to him didn't throw a flag.
Well, the coaches don't like it because all right, I'm not going to be critical of officials, but it's going to sound that way.
Well, there was a ref literally right next to the play.
And the guy that called it was probably a good 40 yards away, but he must have had an angle that we didn't have from this booth. And it will be a pass interference. Coach Atkins doesn't like it. He almost takes his hat off. He's still not happy, but he's right back in there asking his defense to make a stop here.
Well, so 20 yards and penalties on this drive for Mahomet.
Without penalties, Charleston not moving the ball.
They're not moving it whatsoever.
We can't afford any more here on this drive.
Let's see what Bonstetter has queued up for us.
Empty
Braxton
backfield.
Hanner set up to his left.
Well, you don't see this very often.
And we have a 5-receiver set with Bowling, and it's a quick inside bubble screen. He's got Pratt. Yeah, that's actually a great call.
Yeah, it's a good play call. That's Chase Clow. Chase Clow on the reception. Really good play call from Charleston, taking advantage of our aggressiveness. Little screen play on the slot. Had blockers. Gets 10 yards at least. Gets a first down. Their first, I think, positive play from scrimmage on the night. And it's first down.
Credited to them in any case. Mason Redfern and Braxton Hanner will set up to the left. They're going to flip this play to the other side. Bonstetter all alone, and it's an inside bubble screen to the other side, and Mahomet sniffs it out. Loss of 4.5.
That's Henry Wagner from the linebacking position. That was well scouted by Henry. Shout out to the coaching staff for having him prepared for that play.
Well, you know what George Bush said.
Well, he said a lot of things.
Well,
no new taxes.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, well, you're never going to fool me again.
I don't know that I remember that.
I remember that clip a long time ago.
I was probably like 6.
Yeah, I'm sure you were.
So I was probably thinking about recess or lunch.
A warm glass of milk and a nap.
Scooby-Doo after school.
Bonstetter left and right. He's going to roll out to his right, and
a lot of hand fighting.
Continued flag on the play, and he's going to throw it out of bounds. And that's got to be a hold. That's actually 2 flags on the play, right up the line of scrimmage.
Yeah. They saw, both of them saw the same play. There's a holding on the O-line there. It's going to come back. Good pressure again by the Bulldogs. Good defense from our secondary. Bonstetter rolls out, doesn't have anything to get there. Throws it away, but they're going the other way.
Let me just make a comment.
Please.
We've had 2 holdings.
Yep.
And both of them have been against, obviously, Charleston, but trying to get Javon Tompkins out of the picture.
He's a beast, and he's only a freshman.
That's unbelievable.
Javon Tompkins, we talked about him a lot, but let's just review. 5'11", 305, freshman playing that nose position. That's a tough assignment for anybody across the way. Javon actually out on this play. You see Vance, your favorite player, is in.
Vance is there. Bonstetter bowling to his left. 2 receivers to the right. It's a handoff to Bowling, and he's still on his feet. He hit twice,
play.
And he'll pick up maybe 2.5 on that, or bring up 3rd and extremely long. I guess it'll be about 22, 23 for Charleston.
Luke Boo coming in there and making a play. A lot of new faces. Vance comes out on that play. Let me ask you this. If you're playing center for Charleston, you see Javon go out, you're thinking, okay,
I got him.
I got a break.
And then Vance comes in.
Then you see Vance come in, okay? Let me just, 6'8", 305. You see him come in, you're thinking, are you serious right now?
That center has no break whatsoever tonight.
Are you serious? And right back out to Javon right in front of him.
3rd and 25. Mahomet's third and set back, and they're going to try an inside bubble screen. It was intended for Chase Clow, but Mahomet sniffed it out. That's 4th and 25. 6:23 to go. It's hard to believe we're actually still in the first quarter. Well, 28-0, Bulldogs on top.
That'll bring up 4th and Urbana.
Oh. I saw what you did because they're going east.
We're going east, or St. Joe. I mean, I could have went either way.
Yeah.
You got to think they're punting here. I mean, with 25 yards to go, they're going to try to pin the Bulldogs deep. Bulldogs trying to decide how they're going to defend this.
I don't like it. I think if you're Charleston, you're this deep, you just go for it.
Yeah, but they've got Max Weber lined up to punt, and we don't have anybody to receive, Chad, so we're going to try to block this punt. Look for Brock Vanderveer, number 2, coming off the edge. And it's a good punt. If it holds, it's a good punt. It's a great punt. Give credit to Charleston. Max Weber kicks it deep, and he puts it right in the right spot, gets them under the 10. They'll start from there at about the 8. We probably should take a break.
Well, before we do that, right in front of them, we've got down on the field Brock. That's right in front of you. What are you seeing down there on defense?
Well, just behind us, that was a really good punt by Charleston. However, as they were trying to move down the field, they are trying to take advantage of our defensive backs. Our defensive backs have struggled just a little bit throughout the year. However, they are playing on point. And also what's happening tonight is our line is getting in and giving pressure.
Dyer. And speaking of pressure, Luke Dyer goes very quickly. that was actually intended for Owen-Seymour. They wanted to take a strike. That safety was cheating up.
I like the play call. Take a shot there when you're on your own end and you're controlling this game. Take a shot. One of those new faces that we expect to step up with Trey's absent. Owen-Seymour, 5'10", 180 junior wideout. They had him. Just Luke threw it a little bit long for him.
Yeah, that was guarded by Alex Matheny, number 4.
No secret here, Chad. We're passing.
I don't know if we are. Let's see. Oh, I guess it is. It's an inside bubble screen to Hammer. Little room out to the 20. Still on his feet. Still on his feet to the 30. Well, they're going to mark that out right at the 29-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs.
Okay, Chad, we talked about a pregame. Guys like Hammerschmidt, the senior, and Orton have to step up this game. So far, Hammerschmidt is, I think he hurt us. He stepped up. Big first down play from Hammer on the quick screen. Momentum is on our side. Tempo time for Brunner. He loves tempo. Still haven't seen Ashby much.
And Dyer looking for a quick. He breaks out to his right. He's got a blocker.
He's got
Wicks it downfield and just overthrown. Intended receiver. Can't quite see that.
That was number 80, Tiefenthaler again.
Yeah, Tiefenthaler.
He's got a touchdown on the night. Another new face stepping in, getting a little more snaps with the absence of a couple of guys on that receiving core. Good play call. Dyer had all kinds of time. We've seen that rollout play a lot this year. That's where you miss Peters.
You miss Peters, but conversely, Dyer's has got to make that connection. 2nd and 10 for the Bulldogs in their own 30.
There's Cade.
As I choke up, Cade Ashby will take it right up the middle across 35. 40, still on his feet down to the 43-yard line.
Well,
we're being a Bulldog first down.
Here's what I like about that play. Cade has been chomping on the bit. I mean, he carried it 39 times. You know he's been chomping at the bit to get that ball. O-line does a great job. Gets him space. 11 yards later, 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. Illini are also playing. We'll have score updates on that.
Well, we're here to watch the Bulldogs, Dan. Dyer steps back. Great blocking. Throws it across the middle. Oh, in and out of the hands. I believe that's going to be Hammer. And that's just one of those things we talked about. It was a perfectly executed pass, and he just dropped it right across the middle. That would have been deep into Charleston's territory. Instead, it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Bulldogs. And you got to think at this point, we've taken a couple strikes. Let's let Ashby start to eat.
Feed the beast. But you said it. Perfect pass from Dyer. Hammer's got to haul that in.
Channing Byers with the blocking assist.
Ashby's
still on his feet, and he'll get to the 49-yard line and will bring up 3rd and 4 for the Bulldogs.
One thing I love about Ashby that you're going to see every time he gets the ball, he doesn't ever fall backwards.
Where does he fall?
Always falling forwards, Chad.
What does the coaching staff call him?
A dog.
Nope. There is a
he just got a first down
that I believe was an NFL running back that they call him.
I don't know.
Were you not listening last night on the coach's couch?
Apparently
1st and 10 for the Bulldogs.
Apparently not. We'll come back to that.
And it's a play action.
He's got Orton.
Dyer goes up top.
Boy.
It's a lob ball. And he's got his receiver down to the 4-yard line.
Yes,
That's going to be Owen-Seymour. First and goal for the Bulldogs.
Owen-Seymour had basically a fair catch on that play. He had all kinds of time. Got behind the defense for a first down. Luke finds him. And here we go. 1st and goal. Diesel package. They give to Cade. It's a timeout. What do we got here? They never gave him the go-ahead to go, Chad. We've had that happen a couple times.
I saw that a lot last week, actually.
Luke needs to wait just a half second. Get that nod from the back judge, the center judge, the head official. He wants to go tempo, which I love. We're in that diesel package. Not diesel package, I'm sorry.
We're still in shotgun. Ashby to his right. Channing Myers are going to strike across the right side. That's going to be a touchdown.
Great
and
slant
that's
pass.
Actually going to be Mason Orton, I believe.
Yeah, Mason on the quick slant. Dyer had lots of options on that play. He chose Mason. Mason hauls it in, the senior, for a Bulldog touchdown. 34-0, first quarter.
Let's take a quick break, and we'll be back on Bulldog TV.
Well, let's actually watch the point after. I mean, we want to see.
Did they make it already?
No, Chad.
Oh,
don't
that was
fast
a touchdown.
forward.
That was a touchdown.
Let's go ahead and watch Mason do work.
That was a single-serve pepper.
Luke Dyer on the hold. Jackson is going to go 5 for 5. He's good from there. Now.
No.
Now.
I'm at an audible here.
Okay.
Let's go down.
Let's go down to Brock.
Brock on the sidelines, who had if my producer would tell me which mute button it is.
All right.
Brock, you had a front row seat to that one, 35-0. What kind of?
Completely front row. Listen, here's what is happening tonight. We have been on point tonight from our protection on Luke Dyer tonight. He has had plenty of time to look, shift, go. Now our receivers have been on point too. I would give a complete nod to the protection for Luke Dyer tonight to open up these passes.
That's a really great point. You know, we don't give this offensive line enough credit, but he hasn't been pressured one time tonight. He hasn't been sacked.
Nope.
He rolled out once, but that was intentional.
Nope. You get guys like the Daniels brother, Noah and Phillip, KMP, Colton Metcalf-Poulos.
Yeah, Lambo.
Lambo's been playing really well out there, old Lamborghini. Early on, 35-0, 4:16 left to go in this first quarter. Jackson Davis set to kick. Only one guy back deep for the Trojans this time, and it's number 11. That's Traylon Couch on the reception. Traylon, a little tentative running, and the Bulldogs take advantage of that. Traylon looked a little nervous.
His
number
timidity
33.
really stood out there.
Yeah.
I think he didn't want to get hit as much. He's actually a running back and a defensive back.
That was Talon Decker on the special teams making the play. Number 33 for the Dogs. 5'8", 160 sophomore.
Hey, if you're joining us from Charleston, welcome. We are homers, but we do like to see a good football game. Dan, if you're Charleston now, what are you going to do to at least get on the board in the first or second
You
quarter?
got to try to establish the run. You got to give it to Bowling. He's your baller. Let's see if you can get 2 or 3 yards at a time with Bowling. Try to get some first downs, eat up the clock. They don't. They go deep.
They're going to just test him early. And he's, in and out of the hands. It was a perfectly thrown ball by Bonstetter.
It was a great throw.
And when he gets up, we'll tell you who the intended receiver was.
It's number 5.
It's going to be Braxton Hanner, I think.
Yeah, he had a step on our guy on the outside. I couldn't tell who was guarding him there, Chad, but he had a step. Great throw from Bonstetter. Couldn't haul it in. Brings up 2nd and 10. Like I said, if I'm Charleston, try to establish a run, try to eat some clock.
Well,
see if you can get something
keep it
going.
out of the Bulldogs' hand.
Yeah.
And let's see if they're going to pay attention to us. It's actually Vanderveer is the only safety back. They're playing heavy run. And, oh my gosh.
Oh, Lord have mercy on my soul.
Speaking of Vanderveer.
Okay, Brock. Brock's just showing off.
That just hurts to watch.
Brock's just showing off there. He's just showing off.
Someone's been doing some, what do they call it when you put the?
I think that's called a squat.
Squat.
Yeah, that's called a squat. Brock just, I don't know. There's probably some kind of
WWF and he made
reference.
up 15 yards. He's playing a free safety spot.
It's just a great spot for him. He does such a great job, Chad, of being instinctual with the run and the pass. He knows where he's at on the field. Really, really flew the gap there and made the offensive player for the Trojans pay. 3rd and 7, 3 minutes left in the first.
Bonstetter with a new set of backs, and it's a fake.
Pressure.
Mahomet all over him. He's going to roll out to his right.
Bo
now
back
to the
pursuing.
20. He's a step out of bounds at the 23-yard line.
Did he get it?
And I think he's
close.
Well, let's see where they mark that. They're actually going to mark that at the 21, 22-yard line.
Puzzling.
That's going to bring up 4th.
Puzzling play from Luke. He had the first down if he wanted it.
He had the first down, but he just stepped out.
He chose to go out of bounds. I think he heard the footsteps, I guess.
Knock, knock.
Wow.
That's when you say who's there.
Oh, who's there?
35.
35 who?
35-0.
Okay, dokie. And we're set to punt. Hammerschmidt, Garrett, back deep. The kicker, the punter, is Weber. Weber will punt it. He goes to Garrett's side. Garrett's going to watch it go and roll all the way down to the 35.
I think it's a wise decision by Garrett there. It was about 10 yards to his right. He would have caught it on his back shoulder.
Yeah, I mean, conservative play for sure, up 35-0. Let's take a quick break. We'll be right back here on Bulldog TV.
Since 1929, Christie Clinic has been delivering quality and personalized healthcare to the East Central Illinois region. Our culture is a unique blend of core values and a united vision. Christie Clinic. We listen. We care.
Greetings, Bulldog Nation. The Bulldog Gridiron Club is a non-profit organization made up of parents and community members whose goal is to enhance the reputation and tradition of Mahomet-Seymour Bulldog football and cheerleading through financial support and community.
Luke set back to pass. We're back here on Bulldog TV. They're going to Hammer. Hammer's got it. He's up the sidelines. He'll go out of bounds. Great play call from Berner.
That was a great play call, and here's what I like about it. He saw that defensive back come, actually it would have been a linebacker coming out of the backfield, and he threw it in the only place that Hammer could have caught that on his left shoulder.
And he made that pass look very easy, and that's not an easy pass throwing across the field like that in time and timing to Hammer. Hammer secures the catch. We talked about that. First down.
Ashby in the block, and for the first time tonight, there's a face mask. They're going to call it. He doesn't like it. Dyer rolls out.
Finds
He'll
Orton.
get the first down. He's still on
Orton's
his feet.
Going to score.
And he's still on his
Orton's
feet.
going to score.
And let's see, are they going to call that out at some point?
Yeah,
they
that's
are.
a score, but they're bringing it back. I think they got Lambo, number 50, on a hold.
It sure looked like a face mask on.
I can't tell what they call, but they're looking at 50. Lambo, when Dyer got loose there, somehow avoided a sack. I don't know how he does. That big body of Dyer, hard to take down. He got free. But it was right when he got free they called that flag. I think it goes against the O-line.
That's against the O-line.
Be a 10-yarder, Chad.
Well, that was the first time tonight he's even had pressure.
First time. And he had time before the pressure came. The play just didn't develop, but he made the most of it. But unfortunately, a penalty on the Dogs.
Mahomet content to reestablish the passing game here tonight. 35-0 if you're just tuning in. 2:30 to go. Inside bubble screen to Hammer. Great block right up the middle. And that's going to be a late hit on the quarterback, I believe.
That's going to tack on 15 yards.
Personal foul, roughing the passer.
Yeah.
Add 15 and let's go.
Drayson Ike finally takes down Hammer after a big play, but we're going to add on to that one.
Yeah, a little jaw jabbing between Ben Coffey and Cade Ashby.
Good play from Dyer to get that out of his hands because that
he was
obviously
crushed.
On the screen, you let him free a little bit because you got to get out and block. Dyer did a good job of standing in the pocket, taking the hit, completing the pass. Big, big play for the Bulldogs.
Well, you can't say that Mahomet has been conservative whatsoever tonight. They're going for broke.
No.
I
shout out the offensive line, obviously, earlier, but I forgot the man in the middle, the guy that touches the play more often than anyone.
Oh, who's that?
Well, that's Finch.
Oh, Tyson Finch.
Old Tyson. Tyson, the 3-year starter. Can't forget about him. He's in charge of captain on the O-line. Snaps the ball every play. Him and Dyer touch it more than anybody.
Well, unusual look here tonight. Hammer's to the left of Dyer. And it's a fake pitch out to him. He looks across his left. He's got Ashby and just overthrown in the end zone.
Yeah, he had Ashby. Ashby just couldn't get his body turned around and get in that leap in time, but he made a valiant effort. It'll go a little high, incomplete. Tristan Nelson comes in on the substitution, Chad, number 40.
Yeah, here's where I think you let Ashby eat a little bit, chew up that clock, get down close to the goal line because the first down.
Yeah, play a little bully ball.
Oh. And it does not. It actually goes to Tristan Nilsson. He's still on his feet, out of bounds at about the 3-yard line.
Yeah, they line up Tristan in the slot. He normally is a running back position or halfback position. They line him in the slot there. A quick pitch and catch, first and goal for your Bulldogs. Nilsson comes out. Tiefenthaler comes in for him.
We have not seen the diesel package.
We haven't seen the diesel package, which is shocking at this yard line.
Apparently, we're not going to on this first and goal. It's a handoff to Ashby. He's just going to walk it right in, right across the goal.
Attaboy. Cade Ashby pouring it on. Another Bulldog touchdown. 41.
41-0.
Goose egg. And we're only
in the first quarter.
We're only in the first quarter. And there's the fireworks. and we've lulled the crowd on both sides to sleep.
And if you're just joining us, my pet praying mantis is still sitting here right above my head,
We're
wreaking havoc on me as I'm trying to call the
We're going to
game.
call her Bernice from Mansfield.
Bernice.
Jackson Davis with the point after. He's perfect tonight. He remains perfect tonight. That's 6 for 6 if you're counting at home.
Hey, Dan, before we go anywhere, do
Yes.
we have an Illini update?
We do. Matter of fact, shout out to my boys from the suburbs that I went to school with. Ed, Brett, and Jared just showed me a update with 30 seconds left. Nebraska 10, Illini 7.
Oh.
So we got a BG out in Nebraska. 10-7 Illini. Thank you, Brett, Ed, Jared. Let's take a quick break. We'll be right back with Brock right after this break.
Greetings, Bulldog Nation. The Bulldog Gridiron Club is a non-profit organization made up of parents and community members whose goal is to enhance the reputation and tradition of Mahomet-Seymour Bulldog football and cheerleading through financial support and community outreach. To learn more about what we've done, what we have planned, and how you can help support our student athletes, visit our website for more information. Go Bulldogs!
Yep. All right, we're back, Bulldog fans. 42-0, all Bulldogs. Jackson set for the kickoff. Special teams have been great tonight. Back deep for the Trojans is Traylon Couch, number 11. Jackson kicks it to Traylon. Traylon with the catch. He's going to try to take it up the middle. He's got a little room, but not much before the Bulldogs come in. It's Tristan Nelson. We just saw him make a big play offensively. He makes a tackle on special teams. Trojans. Wow, what a quarter, huh?
This is going to be a long game if we keep passing, Dan. 1:16 to go in the first quarter.
There is a rule in IHSA
Oh, yes.
for running clock. It doesn't begin until second half, and I believe it is a 40-point margin. But
40 is correct.
if you do know the answer to that, please text to Bulldog TV and fact check us on that one.
Bonstetter hands off to Bowling, and right in his face is
Guess
none
who?
other Javon Tompkins.
Guess who? Remember last year we had a Javon that made all kinds of plays from the D-line, Javon Irwin. Well, we just replaced another Javon with another Javon. The freshman is a lot bigger, and he just made a big play. Javon Tompkins on the tackle there.
Hey, Dan, you know, we watch – we don't watch. We call the game. But we have some viewers from all over the world.
All over the planet.
I think there's someone special watching tonight, and let's just call this play wait for the next dead ball. Get to him.
We'll get it.
Bonstetter, Bowling in the backfield. It goes to Bowling. And for the first time tonight, he gets positive yards. He'll get out to the 34.5.
We expect more from Bowling. Like, he's going to get a couple yards per play. He did that time. But back to your point, we've got people all over the planet watching. Last home game last week, we had someone in Kuwait serving our country. We've got another Marine Corps service member. Shout out to H.A. Demos's brother, Nick. Nick Demos is serving the U.S. Marine Corps, watching from Hawaii tonight, live on Bulldog TV. How cool is that?
Hoorah!
Hoorah! Hey, shout out, Nick. Thank you for your service, man. We appreciate you. We love you. Thank you for protecting and serving. Nick Demos, AJ's brother, from Hawaii.
Well, you know, we had a Hall of Fame inductee from Hawaii tonight.
Yeah, I heard that.
Listening.
I heard that.
I did. We might as well just call this Hawaii night.
Well, you know who we haven't heard from, who's probably on extended vacation thinking about Hawaii. I know he loves the panhandle of Florida. It's Brock Collins. Brock, what are you seeing down there on the sidelines now?
Oh, my goodness. There has been a lot of work happening during the week watching and scouting this Charleston team. Listen, so I think that Coach Atkins is really picking on their secondary. He has found weaknesses, and as he is calling the plays, they are finding these weaknesses. The one thing that is different from the Charleston team this week is number 44, Marcellus, is not being utilized very heavy. Not sure why. However, from the way the defensive line is playing at this point, I'm not sure that's even a factor.
Yeah, great.
Oh, great.
Great
way
point.
to end that.
Great point, Brock.
And that remains to be seen. Mahomet showing blitz. It actually goes to number 34, Ben Coffey, for some positive yards for the second time tonight. I believe that's going to bring up 4th down. We've switched fields on our break here, yeah.
Bulldogs just flexing. I think this is pretty telling of the growth that we've seen. We talked about growing up. We've had some really quality opponents, and it's showing tonight, Chad. These guys are battle-tested.
When you play talent like the second and the third game to grow up. You do have a choice, but obviously Mahomet has made that tonight.
Well, when you develop a winning culture, losing is not acceptable, and we're turning the tables tonight.
Well, as we say here in Mahomet, we raise
champions. Speaking of champions, Braden Garrett, back deep, he'll field it this time. He tries to stay in. He can't quite. His momentum took him to the sideline. But I like the play from BG because if that bounces, probably another 5 yards.
Yeah, 5 or 10 yards back.
Nothing wrong with that. BG saves 5, 10 yards, and if he can find his balance somehow, then maybe he turns that into a little bit of return. Clock is ticking, 10:50.
I guess it's 40 points. Not in the second half.
I guess so.
It's a running clock.
Again, I was wrong on that. We need a fact check.
Hey, I'll tell you what. Let's go down to Brock real quick. I think he's got some stats for us here first quarter. Brock, are you with us?
I'm with you guys. Listen, as the total time of possession in the first quarter, I've got Mahomet at 4 minutes and 45 seconds. I've got Charleston at 7 minutes and 2 seconds. Here's the difference that's happened. We've got rushing yards for Mahomet at 43 yards. The big difference that you're going to see here tonight, 171 yards in passing in the first quarter for Mahomet. Charleston has negative 19 yards in the air, and they've also got 7 yards of rushing tonight. So overall, they're at a negative 12 yards in the first quarter.
Wow. Well, that's a turnaround. That's a turnaround, isn't it? Thanks for those stats, Brock. Good job down there.
And the most surprising one of those is I didn't think we would be passing like this. 171 yards in the first quarter. What is that?
Well, that's Luke Dyer being Luke Dyer. Looks like Colton Metcalf-Poulos had some extracurricular activities. You're going to get a little talk from Coach on the sidelines. Remind him to keep things on the up and up.
Well, even when you're up 42-0, Coach has zero tolerance for nonsense on the field.
No, you're playing for the season. You're still coaching. You're still coaching because this is part of the journey. As they say, we've got big goals.
Oh, yeah, I don't even want to look at that. Handoff goes to Ashby, breaks it to his right side.
He's got a blocker
out front across midfield, still on his feet to the 44-yard line for a Bulldogs first down. Actually, that was not Ashby. That was Tristan Nilsson.
Yeah, good block on the outside from our receiver. Mason Orton does a good job of engaging. Gets Nilsson about 5 more on that block.
Oh, high snap and a whistle.
Once again, we started a little early. They didn't let Dyer get going yet.
That might go Bulldogs' way.
Oh, actually,
and Atkins is not happy.
It's a timeout for Charleston.
Well, timeout at the right time. And speaking of timeouts, we'll take one. Be right back with you on Bulldog TV.
The Mahomet-Seymour High School Athletic Boosters are proud to continue their support of 20 sport programs that make up MSHS Bulldog Athletics. They thank you for your continued support, and go Bulldogs! At D1 Networks, we take our role in connecting, protecting, and monitoring businesses in Central Illinois very seriously. When you need us, we'll be there, with service that sets the standard. From access control and structured cabling, to video surveillance and fiber installation, we always strive to provide creative solutions to the ever-changing technology needs of our clients. Contact D1 Networks today. Visit our website or call us at 855-836-6363.
And we're back here after a Charleston timeout. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. Hammer in motion. It's a fake to him. It'll be a handoff off the left side to Tristan, and he breaks it across the 40 down to the 36-yard line, close to the first down.
Yeah, what I noticed about Charleston, they're doing a good job of getting hands on our running backs early on, but they're just not completing the tackle. They're not finishing the tackle. They had Tristan that time, but he gets 10 yards before Zach Price ends up getting him down after about 10, 11 yards.
That will be a first down. Lambo checks out. Metcalf Polis checks in. And a fake to Tristan. Heavy pressure from the inside. Luke Dyer goes up top. He's got a man.
Yeah!
And it is touchdown Bulldogs.
Wow!
What a string.
Into double coverage. The old Z route. Mason Orton with 2 guys on him takes that Z route. Luke takes a shot at him. He's got confidence in that right arm. Connects perfectly. I told you Luke Dyer is our guy. Luke Dyer proved it right there on the connection with Mason against 2-man.
And it sure feels like Mahomet's starting to show off. Dan, here.
Yes, sir.
We haven't talked about the student crowd tonight. I don't know if it's construction night or what, or neon night. It's probably neon night.
It's probably
isn't it?
neon, or I don't know if they're being safe, like safety.
Well, I don't think,
No.
If anyone needs to be safe, it's Charleston right now. 49-0, 8:05 to go with a running clock in the first half.
Hey, and shout out to the special team, the point after team. We've had some block kicks this season. A lot of them. We have some missed point afters. Jackson right now, 7 for 7.
Hey, speaking of right in your face, we got Brock, who had a front row seat at that down there. Brock, what'd you see?
So Mason Orton was absolutely covered double on his initial venture, 20 yards down the field. As he broke free, the one thing I saw is Luke Dyer actually got pressure he wasn't expecting. He actually broke free from the pressure, and they both connected together. I think that was absolute athletic playing on both of their parts.
Ooh, Guns N' Roses coming out here.
Okay. Welcome to the jungle. Welcome to homecoming weekend. Welcome to Frank Dutton Field. We're winning 49-0. Jackson Davis on the kick. That's Traylon Couch again. Set back to receive for the Trojans. The kick is a long one. It'll go to Couch. It might be over his head. He does catch it at about the 5. Goes straight ahead. Great.
Oh, jeez.
Special teams. Brock Vanderveer along with Bo Back.
Bo Back, isn't it?
Yep. On the special teams play, not giving Couch any room to pursue his return.
You mentioned it before. 49-0 is all great, but the improvements on special team are tremendous tonight.
Oh, talk about a turnaround. Wow.
And speaking of turnaround, Luke Bonstetter is going to try to turn this game around. We look to see if Marcellus Bowling is going to get the action here. It's an I formation for Bonstetter. It does go to Bowling. Not much room there. Maybe 1-2 for Charleston. That'll bring up second and about 6 minutes to go in the first half. We're looking forward to our halftime pork chops if we can find one.
Yeah, if you're out there in the crowd and you're listening to Bulldog TV, we would love a couple pork chops. I'm not going to lie. It really goes a long way. We'll probably Venmo you. Well, that brings up 2nd and 8 for the Trojans. Bulldogs in that tight coverage as always, all game long, playing really tight on the outsides. Bonstetter under center. Drops back, 2-step drop. He lofts one up to number 5. It's a catch. Good play. The pass is complete to Braxton Hanner, the sophomore, 5'9", 135. Good play from Trojans. Their second positive play this half.
Well, they've been trying to pick on Paxton O'Malley all night and finally connect with him. Great, beautifully thrown pass by Bonstetter. And you got to think, I don't know. What do we have to think?
I don't know what we got to think.
Well,
I'm thinking about pork chops. I'm not lying.
I formation 2 to Bonstetter's right, 1 to his left.
448.
1st and 10. And they're going to go up top again, and it's going to be overthrown, and it's a penalty, and rightly so. That'll go against A.J. Damos, and he was holding him the whole way. I don't care what you say, Dan.
Rightly so, you're right, but there's something to be said about a pass not being catchable, and I don't know if that's a thing or not. We probably need a rules expert. Next year we need a rules expert.
Well,
where we can
it's certainly in college. I don't know about
Brock, are you a rules expert, Brock?
I'm not that guy.
Okay. Next year we're going to call up a rules expert because that pass was uncatchable. But you're right. AJ was holding on that play all the way down the field. So another positive gain on the PI from AJ. But Trojans got a little momentum here with 4 minutes left, down 42-0.
2 plays, 40 yards. Mahomet opting to play receiver core tight. Now they drop back, shifting on defense, and it's going to be right up the middle. Heavy pressure for Bonstetter. He's going to throw it out of bounds. And that's going to be number 52 and 34 for the Bulldogs. That's going to be Slayton Deck and who is that? That's going to be Channing, right?
It was Henry Wagner, 24.
24, sorry.
And there's a late penalty, intentional grounding.
He was outside of the tackle.
You don't see that very often, but you saw it on that play. They call the intentional grounding. That'll push Charleston back. We talked about special teams tonight, Chad, and the leader of the special teams we don't talk about enough is Keith Pogue, the former head coach.
Head coach.
You talk about pressure, right, going into week 4. Special teams have had some flaws. Not tonight. Keith has got them ready. Shout out to Keith Pogue for getting these boys ready to go.
Well, 2:54 to go first half. Hey, stick around with us. We've got the band. We got the flag corps, homecoming.
Chris Roberts
from halftime. Not from Chris from Mahomet halftime show.
Special guest athletic director Matt Hensley will be live in the booth.
He gives us permission to do everything. Bonstetter drops back. He wants it all. Goes over the top. Greatly covered. No flag.
There it is.
There it is. That's a good call.
That was a good call. Braden didn't need to do that. Garrett on the coverage. He was right there, stride for stride, doing everything right. He didn't need to tackle his receiver at the end. He didn't need that. And the field judge, we've seen it all game. Is it the field judge that's in the back?
The
back judge? The back judge loves to pull his flag.
Well, he hasn't had a lot of activity.
Well,
he's making up for lost time.
And to his credit, I wish we had names. He's got a gun.
He threw that thing 25 yards.
He probably could complete a 50-yard pass.
Well,
he threw that thing 50 yards.
Speaking of 50-yard pass, Luke Bonstetter is desperately trying to make that, and they are testing this defensive core. Now Mahomet will drop back, 3 safeties. Bonstetter, heavy pressure from the outside. It is an inside busted bubble screen. He'll get enough to get close to the first down, and I think that's going to be a first with 1:32 to go in the first half.
If there is a weakness against our defense, we like to pursue. We like to drop back like we did there. The screenplay does have some advantages against our defense at the right time. That time was a good time for Trojans to call that play, and they get a first down.
Time still ticking here. Charleston taking their sweet time to get to the line. Desperately trying to score here before the end of the first half. Shotgun formation. I take that back. Under center is Luke Bonstetter, and it's a pitch back. That's actually going to be to number 4,
good
Alex
defense.
Matheny, and Mahomet will
Bo
remind
back.
him where he is tonight.
Bo back reminds him, along with Henry Wagner. Both of them in on that tackle. Brings up second in about 37 seconds. Clock's ticking. They might just watch this thing tick all the way to zeros. We'll see. Number 3, Bonstetter checks back into the game. Chad, he took a play off. Bonstetter will bring it up. He'll set his Trojans. Under center. I formation. 2 receivers to the far side, 1 on the near side. Bonstetter drops back. He's looking near side. He scrambles. Pressure from Wagner. He lets it fly. Nothing doing. Bonstetter, if he doesn't have his man right away, he's in trouble. That's an incomplete. 2 seconds on the incompletion. It'll roll all the way. That'll do it. Well, go ahead, Brock.
Yeah, we'll.
All right, we'll take a quick break. I'm sorry. Nope. Hold on with us. Hold on with us.
Little confusion.
What do we got?
I don't believe that they can. I don't believe they can do that. I think there should be a little bit time left on the clock for the Bulldogs. I'm sorry, for Charleston.
Well, again, we don't have a rules specialist, but it seems to be the clock has been running. They're going to put 1 second left on the clock on the incompletion.
And, hey, stick around with us. We won't take a break. We're going to stick with you as halftime. We've got a quick interview with Coach Atkins. He's going to be down the west 30-yard line with Brock as we tick this off and the Bulldogs go into the locker room.
Thank you, Chad. I almost forgot that.
Well, I'm here for you, Dan.
I keep thinking
they're going to try for a field goal, Dan. Take it.
I love it. That's Max Weber, the junior, set to kick. This is a 45, 46-yard field goal attempt. The kick is up. It's good. 46-yard field goal for Max Weber. That was awesome. Give credit to that kid, Max Weber, with a 46-yarder. He's trying to get a college scholarship with that kick. Weber
and
gets
let's get the cameras down to the.
Yeah, we'll go down live to Brock. He's going to have Coach just shortly. Coach has some things to say to the officials, but Brock's waiting. Brock, it's all yours whenever you're ready.
Don't forget to unmute your mic, Mr. Brocky.
We're on? All right. Hey, before we go on 40-93, you're frustrated at the end of the game. What are you frustrated about?
Hold on. Let me think about how I want to answer this.
All right, next question. Listen, what I have seen is aggressive calling right from the get-go, onside kicks. And then the other thing I've seen tonight is the special teams have been on point.
No doubt.
So you have put some time into that going forward.
Well,
so
take us back to last week, right? We preached all week how special teams was a part of costing us the ball game. We worked on it extensively this week on all aspects of the special teams phase, and I think it's showing. Again, hats off to Coach Pogue and all the kids on our special teams. A great week of practice, and certainly it's paying off here in the first half for us.
Great transformation, another successful half. Let's go.
We will be right back with the band and the flag corps and
my favorite part.
Chris Roberts' halftime show.
Special guest Matt Hensley. We'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
Bulldog TV.
Andrew White Dentistry is Mahomet's choice for quality dental treatment in a friendly environment. Dr. White is proud to serve his hometown of Mahomet from their new location at 1112 Broadmoor in Champaign. Call 217-359-5050 to set up an appointment today. Jackson Construction and Restoration is a family-owned and operated company specializing in residential and commercial services. We have been serving Central Illinois for over 20 years. If you want to remodel a room, restore a deck, or even start fresh with a new house, Jackson is there. And in the times of need after any fire or storm damage, our team of experts is there to help you rebuild or restore your home. Call now for an estimate on your next project.
Bringing down the field, and the Bulldogs are up 49-3 at halftime against Charleston. We're going to take it down to the field and enjoy some Mahomet-Seymour marching band and play corps. Here we go and enjoy some great music.
Drum majors, Taya Barton, Hayden Colgan, and Allie Pilcher. Is your band ready? Marching Bulldogs, the field is yours for performance.
The people of Argentina, that Eva Perón, spiritual leader of the nation, entered immortality at 20:25 hours today.
All right, we're joined by AD Mahomet-Seymour's Matt Hensley. Welcome, Matt.
Thanks, Coach Chris. How are you this evening?
I'm doing great. What a great first half by the Bulldogs.
Good first half. Yeah.
Yeah. So how many years have you been an AD for Mahomet? And just can you take us through a day or a week of an AD?
Well, this is my 19th year here. All good. Gosh, this is a busy week because of homecoming week, right? You got some other events going on. You got Powder Puff out here. You got a game on Friday night. We got the dance tomorrow night. So maybe this week's a little busier than normal, but it's great to see the kids out doing things they love. It's great to see the fans out, so it's a good week too.
Sounds good. What events do you have going on tomorrow, sports-wise?
Well, we got cross countries on the road tomorrow. It's kind of a thin day because we try and limit that because the kids want to make sure they're here for the homecoming dance and have time to take the pictures and all the things that they want to do in advance of that. So kind of a thin day tomorrow. Like I said, and I know cross country's on the road off the top of my head, but we'll get them all back for that 7 o'clock dance tomorrow.
Sounds good. Well, Matt, thanks for all you do for Mahomet-Seymour, and keep up the great work and go Dogs.
No problem. Hey, thanks for having me, Coach Chris.
Have a good evening.
Thank you, buddy.
Okay, Bulldogs up again, 49-3. Let's take this break. We'll be back with the second half on the Bulldogs TV Network.
Growing your family, opening your own business, retiring to travel, leaving your legacy. At Busey Bank, we know there's a lot to look forward to and a lot of planning along the way. Celebrate your life's milestones by putting your money to work. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Member FDIC.
Since 1929, Christie Clinic has been delivering quality and personalized healthcare to the East Central Illinois region. Our culture is a unique blend of core values and a united vision. Christie Clinic. We listen. We care.
Greetings, Bulldog Nation. The Bulldog Gridiron Club is a non-profit organization made up of parents and community members whose goal is to enhance the reputation and tradition of Mahomet-Seymour Bulldog football and cheerleading through financial support and community outreach. To learn more about what we've done, what we have planned, and how you can help support our student athletes, visit our website for more information. Go Bulldogs!
The Mahomet-Seymour High School Athletic Boosters are proud to continue their support of 20 sport programs that make up MSHS Bulldog Athletics. They thank you for your continued support, and go Bulldogs.
Heck yeah. Switch it up now. Hey, we're welcome back, Bulldog fans. RZ counted me in and I wasn't listening. Still got popcorn in my mouth. Shout out to the press box for the popcorn. Actually, we stole the popcorn. Somehow we got to get that hookup that the press box gets. But we're sidetracked. Got a couple of announcements. Excited about our junior high softball team. They play for a sectional championship tomorrow, Chad, the junior high softball girls. We wish them the best of luck in that championship sectional game. Also got a text during the first half from a good friend and a great coach, Lisa Martin.
Oh, track.
She says she really enjoys the commentary. That's the first time anybody's ever said that. So, Lisa, thank you for that because we normally don't hear that. Usually they're kind of critical.
Wait, what did she say?
She said really enjoy the commentary, but she said, you know what, let's remind everyone to come out to Lake of the Woods. Everybody in Mahomet knows where Lake of the Woods is.
Oh, yeah, LOW.
9 a.m. tomorrow. Watch our awesome superstar cross-country team in action. There's 115 members on that cross-country team. Lisa does a great job of getting those girls and boys engaged, and it leads to great things at all levels. Lisa, good job. Shout out to Lisa Martin and that cross-country team, all 115 of them. Go out to Lake of the Woods tomorrow morning. It's going to be a beautiful day. Go out and see some of them superstars doing their thing on the cross-country course at Lake of the Woods in the Forest Preserve District, just around the corner from Frank Dutton Field. We don't have a lot of first half stats just yet, but we're working on them. Obviously, a lot to a little. The bright spot for Charleston was that 46-yarder unofficially from Max Weber to close the half. 46-yard field goal. I guess the bright spot for the Trojans. Otherwise, all Bulldogs.
All dogs.
Chad, what did you didn't expect this?
No, I think I was pretty consistent about what I thought the score might be. You, of all people, will know I am mostly wrong in my guesses, except for the onside kick. I called that one.
You did call that one. You didn't call all three of them.
No, I didn't see that coming.
But the obviously the highlights of the first half, great passing from Dyer. We saw a lot of new faces, new weapons step forward, and then those special teams coming through big time. A couple of big returns from Hammer and Brock early. Speaking of special teams, we're set to kick off this second half with our special teams unit. The kickoff team set to kick. They'll get this thing started. Charleston back with two backs deep again. Jackson Davis kicks it deep. It'll be number 11. That's Couch on the return. That's number 15. Bill back with a miss. Number 11 on him. That was Ike on the return. And for the Bulldogs, A.J. Demos with the tackle. Once again, his brother serving out in Hawaii for the U.S. Marine Corps. Shout out to him. Watching down in Hawaii. It's Pacific time, I believe.
No.
Hawaii? No, they're way not Pacific.
They're probably minus
6?
4 to Pacific, so it's probably 5 to us.
5 to us. So he's up early. He's not up late.
Speaking of number 5, number 75, Vance Clark is going to start the
Love
second half.
To see that. Cade Harrell in the game on the corner on the near side. A lot of new faces for the Dog. There's a big play.
That's Luke Buh, isn't it?
Luke Boo.
Boo, Buh, Boo,
yeah, Buh, Boo, Boo, Buh, Boo, Buh, Buh. They, nonetheless, big tackle.
He was right in that backfield.
That was awesome. A lot of new faces. This is the second unit for the Bulldogs. Minus maybe a couple of faces. We'll try to shout them out as we go. Pierce Douglas, number 12 in there at free safety. Caleb Collins, I see him out there, Chad. Number 68 on the end, that's Boo. Cade on the near side of the corner. Number 15 on the far side corner for the Bulldogs. I don't have his number in front of me. I'm sorry. That's Chase Dockham.
Bonstetter's going to hand off right up the right side, and he's got plenty of blockers for a first down across the 35 down to the 36, where Charleston will have their second or third first down of the night. Speaking of statistics, I'm not sure where my brother Brock is. Let's go down to him for some first half stats.
We've got some great stats from the first half. Listen, this is going to blow your mind a little bit, but rushing yards between the two teams. Mahomet has 9 attempts for 77 yards. Charleston has 11 attempts for -4 yards.
Wow.
In passing, Mahomet is 10 of 16 for 206 yards. Charleston 4 of 13 for 42. Total yards, this is interesting. Mahomet has 283 total yards in the first half, Charleston 38. The last stat I want to share with you is the time of possession. This goes completely upside down. Mahomet has had the ball for 6 minutes and 59 seconds. Charleston for 16 minutes and 48 seconds.
Okay, we strike fast, we strike early. Thanks for those stats, Brock. Great job. Again, a lot of new faces for the Bulldogs. A completion from Charleston. They still got their first unit in. Bonsatter connects with Redfair, number 88, the tight end, but it looks like it's coming back, Chad.
I don't see any laundry on the field. Do you see something?
No, unless he caught it out of bounds. I mean, he was right on the sideline. Pierce Douglas on the coverage for the Dogs. Other new faces out there. Talon Decker, number 33, playing the safety position. Number 28 for your Dogs, Noah Scott in the game.
Caleb Collins is in there, I think.
Yes, sir.
Did you already call him and I didn't hear it?
I did, but you were flapping your jaw. Dylan Derrickson, number 44, I think is out there at linebacker. It will be a completion or a penalty. I'm not sure what happened there, but Charleston marching now. 1st and 10 from our 43-yard line.
And you got to think if you're Charleston still with your first core in, you're going to try to pick on this younger secondary, so to speak. And let's see what they do.
Yeah, running clock, Chad, is the rule now, up 49.
Handoff's going to go to Coffee right up the middle.
Good job,
Hit
Cade.
once, twice, across the 30, down to the 28.
Cade Harrell with the touchdown-saving tackle. If he doesn't make that play, running back's in for a touchdown. That was number 34. That's Ben Coffee, their senior.
And if you're the Mahomet coaching staff, what's your pain threshold for letting Charleston do what they want right here against your second team?
Well, you're up 7 scores. I think you try to get these guys some experience and you give them a couple of drives, maybe 3. If they go 3-0 on drives, then maybe you think about something different.
Bonstetter rolls out to his right, has his man again. It is dropped right at the yardstick.
Dropsies.
That's going to bring up 2nd and 10 for Charleston.
But to your point, I think you have a wide threshold, Chad, because these are your future Bulldogs, right? A lot of them, there's a couple seniors out there, but a lot of them are the next guys up. So you want to get them some quality playing time against first units. This is a great opportunity to do it. The clock will tip or tick.
Is it on its edge?
We're already at the 6:50 mark, Chad, so we're going to have a lot of go time here.
Bowling and Coffee in the backfield, and it does go directly to Bowling, and he'll pick up maybe 1 or 2 on that. Bulldogs seconds are there to stop him. Vance coming back in.
Vance coming in. That was Slayton Deck on the tackle for the Bulldogs.
Hawk O'Malley will come out. And for Charleston,
Bonstetter, he getting his steps in. He goes over and gets that play from the sideline just about every time. He's got a lot of steps if you're counting.
Yeah, Mason Redfern, one of his favorites, checks in, number 88.
3rd and 8, big play for the Dogs.
To his right is Chase Clough. Bonstetter will roll to his right, heavy pressure.
Pick.
And it's an interception by the Bulldogs.
Take it, buddy.
Still on his feet, knocked out of bounds at about the 38, 39-yard line, 1st and 10. And I think I saw a late flag come in there.
Chase Dockham on the pick. Good pressure from your Dogs. They got Bonstetter on the outside, found some pressure. He threw one up. Chase Dockham makes the play, gets the pick. We're going the other way. 5:33, and the clock will tick the rest of the way, Chad. We're going to have to get creative. Oh, he's coming over that turnover chair. Chase, have a seat, son.
No crown, but he's got the chair.
Oh, good camera footage.
There's the crown.
Oh, put that crown on, Chase.
Let the king have his chair.
Act like you've been there, and he is. He acts like he's been there before, Chase Dockham. Atta boy. Defense celebrates him. Offense comes out. Good camera footage from our team. Well done. That's Bulldog TV quality, led by Simon Anderson, Ryan Ziegler, and the whole team. Thanks to them. Shout out to the Bulldog crew. Great kids.
And so
great teacher.
Junior quarterback Ryan Pruitt will come to take the first snap. The future of the Bulldogs. Behind him, Tristan Nilsson, running back for the Bulldogs. Split 2 left, 2 right.
Second unit here for the offense as well, with 4:33 left in this third. It's going to go quick now.
Pruitt looking over. We're going to see motion. It's a quick, and that's going to be a penalty. False start.
That was Wade Manuel on the motion.
Manuel. That came out from both behind Charleston and behind the Bulldogs. That was pretty obvious, pretty quick.
A lot of linen on the field that time.
That could be synthetic, Dan.
Lint? Was it lint?
I don't think it is.
No, fabric.
1st and 15 for Ryan Pruitt. Charleston showing blitz. They will drop back out of it. And it's a handoff. I think it's going to be to Tristan Nilsson.
New faces out there for the O-line. Aiden Kroll's out there. Jason Johnson, number 79. Aiden, number 70. As I see him, I'll try to call him, Chad. Number 62, Eli Dyer, the sophomore.
Ooh.
We know that name fairly well, don't we?
Same formation for the Bulldogs. Pruitt in shotgun formation. Only one safety over the top for Charleston. In motion is going to go Vanderveer. And that's going to go to Tristan again.
Yeah, Tristan with the handoff. That's Ren Vanderveer, number 84, new in the game. That's got to be Brock's
Is
brother.
that Brock's brother?
I mean, I'm going to assume that. I should know that. Also, number 83 is in there for the Dogs. I don't have him in our program, unfortunately.
Well, luckily I don't either, Dan. I'm guessing he's probably going to be a sophomore that's got pulled up.
Yep. Also, Owen Smizer on the line, number 71, 220, big boy sophomore in the game.
Content to roll this clock as long as they can are the Bulldogs. Handoff goes to Tristan. Nilsson off the left side, still on his feet across the 45, down to the 44. Will bring up fourth and about 4.5.
Good block there by Jason Johnson, the big boy, 79, 6'1", 255 O-line junior. He led the way there for the Bulldogs, got that opening. Another O-lineman in the game, Josh Craig, number 77, also a junior.
Well, let's see what the Bulldogs have.
4th and 5.
Drawn up for their first 4th and 5 here tonight.
Let's let Pruitt let one loose here.
In motion. It's a quick out. That's going to go to Mason. I think it's Mason Orton. He will not get the first.
It was Wade Manuel.
Sorry, doggone it.
Wade Manuel. That's all right. You're allowed to make one mistake tonight. Joe Roller was also in on that on the wideout position. That'll bring up 1st and 10 for the Trojans on the change of possession. The Beast is back in. Vance, number 75. You can't miss him.
Well, let's just look down the roster
6'8",
here.
305.
He's going to be the tallest guy on the field.
You can see
tied
him
for
dead
the
center
heaviest
in your screen, leading the Bulldog defense right now. Big boy, Vance Clark, 6'8", 305 junior. Also in for the Bulldogs, Slayton Deck. We mentioned him before. He's on the line, along with number 33, Talon Decker. Under center is Bonsetter. They keep their first unit in. There's number 4. Great play by the Bulldog defense. Sniff that out. Loss of 4, maybe 5 on the play.
Yeah, it's going to be Alex Matheny was the ball carrier. It's hard to speak after that pork chop, Dan.
Yeah, Luke Boo on the tackle in the backfield. Good play. That's a couple times we've seen him make some big plays.
2nd and 12, 3rd quarter winding down. 49-3 Bulldogs on top of Charleston. And this is likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. Bonstetter with the handoff. That's actually going to go to Alex Matheny again.
Good play.
And Bulldogs sniff that out. That'll bring us to the end of the 3rd quarter.
That's what they call a team tackle.
Let's go to a quick commercial break, and we'll be back after this.
At D1 Networks, we take our role in connecting, protecting, and monitoring businesses in Central Illinois very seriously. When you need us, we'll be there, with service that sets the standard. From access control and structured cabling to video surveillance and fiber installation, we always strive to provide creative solutions to the ever-changing technology needs of our clients. Contact D1 Networks today. Visit our website or call us at 855-836-6363. Andrew White Dentistry is Mahomet's choice for quality dental treatment in a friendly environment. Dr. White is proud to serve his hometown of Mahomet from their new location at 1112 Broadmoor in Champaign. Call 217-359-5050 to set up an appointment today. Jackson Construction and Restoration is a family-owned and operated company specializing in residential and commercial services. We have been serving Central Illinois for over 20 years. If you want to remodel a room, restore a deck, or even start fresh with a new house, Jackson is there. And in the times of need after any fire or storm damage, our team of experts is there to help you rebuild or restore your home. Call now for an estimate on your next project.
Okay, we're back here. Frank Dutton Field, 4th quarter, 49-3, Bulldogs on top.
3rd and 10. Vance Clark right in the middle of that Bulldog defense. You got to expect Bonsetter in the shotgun formation is going to look to pass here. It's a fake. No, it's a give to the running back. That's number 4. That's Matheny. Alex Matheny, the junior, falls forward for about 5. It's not going to be enough. Brings up 4th down. Bondsetter will go all the way over to the sideline to get the next play. They're going to punt.
Max Weber's coming out. I see that.
Yep, they're going to punt. Bulldogs right now not in a punt return formation. They're going to let this one fall short, it looks like. And in for the Bulldogs is Hawk O'Malley, 5'11", sophomore, checks in, replacing Vance. They do play very conservative. They don't drop back a punt returner. The Trojans will line up to punt. It's Max Weber back deep in the punt formation. It's a high snap. Max Weber has plenty of time. He's having problems, though. He's got all kinds of problems. The Bulldogs all over him, surround him, bring him down. A major error.
That's the second time tonight we've seen a high snap out of Charleston Center.
For the Trojans. And it just gets worse for them, unfortunately. And Bulldogs will take over.
Let's go down to the sideline where Brock is passing the time and almost looked like he was sitting in the tent with the players. Brock, what do you got down there?
I was just protecting myself just in case it rained. You know what I mean? Just being aware. You know what I mean?
Yeah, got it.
Gotcha.
So, hey, we've got some secondary players in. We've got a little bit of mix happening. They are playing their positions well. And one thing I liked about that play that completely messed up for Charleston is our guys were on point. They looked at it, and not did they just do their play. They continued on to get down to get the ball.
Yeah, a lot of future varsity players in for the Bulldogs, led by Ryan Pruitt, who takes a snap. He gives to number 29. He averts one tackler, and that is Cody Moen. First time we call his name. He's another sophomore, 5'7", 160.
Quick on his feet, that kid.
Yeah, good job of averting a tackle for loss there. Picks up a big gainer. 9:42 and counting, 49-3 Bulldogs.
And you got to think that the Bulldogs are going to be content to just run this one out, not take any chances.
Probably another give to Moen here, the sophomore, number 29. You never know, though.
Using every available second on the play clock, it does go to Moen, and he's still on his
Great
feet driving.
job by the little man.
Falls forward down to the 16-yard line. Will it bring up 3rd down?
Used every last pound of his 160 pounds to fall forward on that drive. Maybe he's at 161. I don't know. I do have an Illini score update at half. We'll call that after this play. Pruitt in the shotgun. Moen beside him. They're going to take as much time as they can. 9 seconds on the play clock. Pruitt gives to Moen. He, again, one tackle misses. He's driving those feet. Look at him go.
That kid is impressive.
Great effort play. Takes number 33, Matt Hayes, with him, the freshman from Charleston. And again, another shout out for my boys up north. Ed, we call him Turbo.
Turbs.
JT, we call him Jared. Well, that's because it's his name. And
right.
Brett, we call him Bees. It's 17-10 Nebraska at a half. So Illini hanging right in there.
You know who's not hanging in there?
Charleston.
8
minutes and counting. Second unit in, of course, for the Dogs. Wade Manuel in motion. They give to Moen. Moen is a speedy one.
He is.
Boy, I like the way he plays.
Over.
I like his energy and effort. He's got some. They say about running backs, he's got a good motor. He's got a good motor.
That ain't it. No, I'm not gonna say it.
No, it's not diesel. It's not a diesel charge.
You think
motor.
It's an Evan Rude?
No, that's we're not on water.
Oh, that's a boat motor.
Yeah. No, it's more like it's a 6-cylinder V6, unleaded. He's not quite diesel yet. He's got to put on some pounds for that.
Well, speaking of 6, we're rounding down to the 6-minute mark. In motion, Wade Manuel, handoff again right up the middle, and he is falling forward down to the 3-yard line again. Cody Moen on the carry. Super impressive.
I love it. I love Cody Moen.
For a sophomore.
He's my new favorite sophomore right now.
Can you name one other one without looking at your
Yes,
sheet?
I can.
Without looking at your sheet.
I can.
It's 3rd and short.
But he won't. 3rd and short.
No, I
6:52 to go. Or they're going to give it to him. Now they're going to give him the first down, actually. 1st and goal from the 3.
Bo back, by the way. It was the other one I was going to.
Good for you. Moen will march it right in for the
there's
touchdown.
My favorite sophomore right now, Cody Moen. He deserves that one. He had a lot of energy on that play. He's a grinder. Another kind of cut in the same cloth as Cade Ashby.
Let me tell you who that kid reminds me of.
Who's he remind you of, Chad?
One of the Hubble
We
boys.
have time.
One of the Hubble
Clay
boys.
Hubble.
Clay Hubble.
Yeah, Clay. Yeah, same kind of size.
Small, quick,
power,
shifty, power.
Fast, quick. Yep, you're right on that.
Thank you very much.
Jackson trying to go 8 for 8 here on the night. Holds good. Snaps good. Kicks good. 8 for 8 for Jackson. Jackson Davis, have a night, son.
56-3. It's been a while since we've seen a score like this.
Nope. I called early before the game. I believe I said 40-7, and I was wrong, and I'm happy I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Stick around, folks. We've got the post-game show with Coach Atkins.
I get the
Don't
sense
go
that's
anywhere.
Be a little different than we had last week.
I think he's going to have a little bit of relief on this one. You know, he probably won't admit it, but this game means a little bit something more only because he grew up in Charleston. And he'll never admit that.
No.
And I'm not putting words or feelings.
It sounds like you are.
But I believe this game means a little bit more. But I think also every game means a lot. We know that about Coach Atkins. He doesn't sleep a lot this time of year.
Well, so the Bulldogs are going to advance 2-2.
2-2 next week on the road, Chad, for 3 weeks in a row. We've got Taylorville next week at Taylorville, and then the following week, big-time game against Mount Zion.
Oh,
that is going to be a fun one.
That's going to be October 4th. October 11th, Effingham Hearts.
At Effingham.
Back here.
Senior night.
October 18th, senior night against Mattoon.
The Green Wave.
Rounding it out on October 25th against Richwood Knights.
Peoria Richwood on the road. So the schedule favorable for the Bulldogs going forward. Circle that Mount Zion game on your calendar. We only do home games, Chad.
Yes.
So don't listen to the away game coverage. Go to the game. Get in your car, your vehicle. Go to the game.
There's no excuse. People have GPS today. They can get right to the field.
No, they can put it right in their phone.
Yeah.
The phone will take them there. So next week, just, Google Taylorville High School. And I bet you'll find your way there. Support these Bulldogs on the road for 3 weeks in a row. We're in conference play. We're going to open up 1-0 unless some crazy miracle of all time happens.
Well, with the running clock, I don't see that kind of miracle. Oh, my praying man is
back. Old Bernice. Bernice has made another appearance.
We'll hold that for Coach.
Bernice, I hope Bernice is here in 3 weeks for senior night.
Hand off Charleston, and he'll be met by 2 Bulldogs. Pick up about 2.
Love to see it. Love to see these new guys, these young guys. Keegan Pagel coming in the game. We know Keegan.
Oh.
Another 2 guys I really love. Number 53, Keegan Pagel, and number 57, Clayton Crowley enter the game. Clayton, a senior. He's been waiting his turn for this. Clayton Crowley, number 57, is chomping at the bit. Keegan Pagel, a big friend of Bulldog TV. His dad is a good friend of ours. Of course, that's Pagel's brother.
Yeah, no, I got that.
Braden.
Yeah.
The receiver.
Yeah, who I used to always call Kevin.
Yes. There's a pass on the outside. Good coverage. Good pressure from Keegan on that play, too.
That was intended for
right on cue.
Grant Taggart.
Another player that's new in the game, Braden Grady, or Grady, I'm not sure. I'm sorry. 6'1", 200-pound sophomore. A lot of sophomores in there. The future of the Dogs. A lot of JV guys getting some varsity time.
3:30 to go in this match, 56-3.
Love to see Clayton. Clayton Crowley works for me in the summers. He's a great kid. He's going to get a sack here. Go get him, Clay.
And that's going to be a handoff to number 20, Blaine Taylor Lutz.
And Clayton right there. but the tackle is actually made by number 22. That's Justice Verona.
Ooh.
Another new face for the Dogs. Justice 5'10", 140 DB. He's a junior.
Everyone getting some PT.
Love to see it. Aiden Bannister also in for the Dogs at corner near side, number 87. Trying to keep up here with these new faces. I think we're doing an okay job, Joe.
Well, I think you're doing fine. My eyes are failing me.
Yep. No, they have been since 1993.
That being said, I formation. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Mahomet showing blitz. They come up heavy, and it's a handoff.
Okay, team tackle. Number 45, Coy Benway. The initial hit, the sophomore, the D lineman comes in there, slows him down. The rest of the team comes in, cleans it up. A lot of substitutions. Can't keep up.
Of them.
Number 61, Alex Sahi, I think is right, 5'10", sophomore comes out. He checks out.
Dylan Dickerson checks in.
Thank you. Isaiah Brotherton also substitutes out on that play.
We've never called so many subs in our whole life.
We're trying to keep up. We're staying with it.
And it's
Fumble.
a lost ball. And now in at quarterback, Drayson Ike.
Yeah, new faces for the Trojans as well. Now, the big question is, can we stop them before a minute 40 comes off the clock? I think we can.
I think we're going to. You got 30-second play clock. Granted, they're probably not going to use the whole thing.
Carter Panagakis, number 42, checks in on that D-line along with Clayton Crowley. Number 44, Dylan Derrickson in there. Number 56 on that D-line, Braden Grady or Grady. DBs include Verona and others. 121, let's get this stop, finish the game.
Drayshawn again, a fumble. He's going to try to scramble out, and Bulldogs will make him pay for it. Loss of about 7.
Double D, Dylan Derrickson. 5'10", 160 sophomore comes in there, makes a play. Good job, Double D.
Well, let's take it down to Brock for one last time on the sidelines. Brock, what's your fancy?
Well, I've seen the Charleston crew try to really give everything they have tonight. They've pulled out the stops. The Bulldog defense has just held them. A couple stats that I want to share with you guys that is pretty interesting. The Bulldogs have had the ball up to the end of the third quarter, 11 minutes and 25 seconds. Charleston has had it more than twice at almost 25 minutes. The difference being in the yardage, Bulldogs have gained more than 4 times the yard of the Charleston crew tonight.
Yeah, that's a hard one to bite. If you're Charleston, 18 seconds to go, down to 15. They're going to try to take one strike.
Justice Verona on the tackle there, Chad, by the way.
Down to 8, 7, 6. Not sure if he's watching the play clock. 4, 3, 2, and that's going to be the ball game.
That's it. You won't get it off.
And your final tonight, 56 Bulldogs.
That's a Bulldog winner.
Charleston 3. Hey, stick around. We've got the Coach Atkins.
Don't go anywhere. We've got your
show.
IP address.
Appreciate everybody that's here tonight. Support our guys. We wish to keep Charleston a safe trip home.
Growing your family, opening your own business, retiring to travel, leaving your legacy. At Busey Bank, we know there's a lot to look forward to and a lot of planning along the way. Celebrate your life's milestones by putting your money to work. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Member FDIC.
Since 1929, Christie Clinic has been delivering quality and personalized healthcare to the East Central Illinois region. Our culture is a unique blend of core values and a united vision. Christie Clinic. We listen. We care.
Greetings, Bulldog Nation. The Bulldog Gridiron Club is a non-profit organization made up of parents and community members whose goal is to enhance the reputation and tradition of Mahomet-Seymour Bulldog football and cheerleading through financial support and community outreach. To learn more about what we've done, what we have planned, and how you can help support our student athletes, visit our website for more information. Go Bulldogs!
The Mahomet-Seymour High School Athletic Boosters are proud to continue their support of 20 sport programs that make up MSHS Bulldog Athletics. They thank you for your continued support, and go Bulldogs! At D1 Networks, we take our role in connecting, protecting, and monitoring businesses in Central Illinois very seriously. When you need us, we'll be there, with service that sets the standard. From access control and structured cabling, to video surveillance and fiber installation, we always strive to provide creative solutions to the ever-changing technology needs of our clients. Contact D1 Networks today. Visit our website or call us at 855-836-6363.
Okay, Coach, we're here for the post-game show, and let me just see if my eyes are deceiving me. 56-3.
Woo. Get back game.
That's got to feel good.
It does.
A couple of things I do want to talk about before we kick it to Dan. Number one is the aggressive play calling first quarter. Come out, you get a run back. I hate to say I called it, but I did call it.
You called it.
I heard everybody in the stands called is what I heard.
Oh, really? Okay, well.
And you go right after that for an onside kick. What are you guys thinking coming into this game? What message are you trying to send for both Charleston and the players?
Well, a couple things, right? I mean, no disrespect to Charleston, but this week was all about us. We had to worry about us. Special teams, we knew we had to get better at it. It was a huge focus for us this week. You can see kick return, kickoff, including punt and punt return as well. So it was a major focus for us, so I'm excited for that third of the game to execute the way that they did. We saw on film that, and again, no disrespect, they put linemen in the front line. And we felt good about an onside kicking it. Most of the time, linemen don't have very good hands. So we felt good that they were going to struggle to recover it. So we liked our chances of an onside kick. They did a really good job after the first one of adjusting, putting in their hands team. So that's why you saw us kick it deep. But again, that's something that we've been working on. You saw it last week against Sycamore. That's another third of the game that we must continue to take advantage of. Most teams that we're going to play from here on out are going to use that third of the game to substitute, right, to try to keep kids fresh. So that must be an advantage to us. We keep our starters on it. We must take advantage. You saw the onside kick return, punt return, etc. Really, really proud of that third of the game for executing this week in practice and then having the performance they did on the field.
And to your point, something you didn't mention, Jackson Davis 8 for 8.
No doubt.
Talk about that.
Well,
you've had some troubles with blocks, low kicks, etc., snaps. 8 for 8 tonight.
You think we worked on that too?
I'm guessing you did. Yeah,
we did.
And you'll notice we switched some things up with some personnel things as well. We felt good that helped as well. Again, we have goals, and that's what I just reiterated to the kids. We got to stay head down, focused on what our goals are. Again, no disrespect, we got bigger goals than beating Charleston, and they were another opportunity for us to get better, to shore some things up, to clean some things up, and that's exactly what we did. And so, again, I'm really proud of our program as a whole, the way we came out and we executed the way that we did.
Well, it was a get-back game. We talked about before the game, we talked about, okay, how are we going to come out? We know we established that running game. Are we going to be balanced? Are we going to do what? I think I mentioned, we didn't talk enough about Luke Dyer. We still got Luke Dyer back there. Talk about Luke Dyer tonight.
I've been saying it all week long, right? Anytime you have him at the helm, you got a chance to win the ball game. I mean, just his leadership as a whole, the way he commands our offense. You saw the tempo tonight. That's all him, right? That's all him keeping us going, keeping us in the right spot, balanced. And he threw some really nice balls tonight. So, yeah, I was really proud of him. The offense as a whole, again, I think we wanted to work some things, and I think we did that. And I love the way that they executed some things as well.
Well, I'm an offensive guy at heart, so I'm not picking on the defense by any stretch of the imagination. But the two things that really stuck out to me tonight, number one, Dyer only got touched one time all night. That offensive line held their assignments extremely well. And even the time that he did get touched, he was this close to breaking it. So that was extremely impressive. The second thing is, I don't want to say for the first time of the year, but it was on steroids tonight, that everyone did the small stuff that matters. Blocking, assignments were on point, fundamentals.
We got back to the basics. It's as simple as that. Again, we had a sour taste in our mouth after that game against Sycamore, where we truly felt like we let one slip away. Two major specific big plays, and we're a 2-1 ball club, potentially should be 3-0, going into this game, and that was just fuel in our gut. And again, we showed it the way that we practiced this week. I'm so proud of our kids. Homecoming is a major distraction, and you would have never have known that it was homecoming the way that we practiced and how focused we stayed. Credit to our senior leadership. Again, those guys are awesome, keeping our kids focused. But there's no doubt that we were a little upset at what happened last Friday, and again, we came back to work and we kind of took out some of our frustration in our gameplay. And to your point, the way that we knew the scouting report was probably the best we've ever known it. That's a sign of us continuing to grow and continuing to get better. And I'm proud of our kids for continuing to take that step. And we talk about that all the time. We got to make sure that we're getting better at the small stuff, that we're always climbing the ladder and always progressing. We never want to take a step backwards. And I certainly thought that our kids did that tonight.
And you did it in front of a great crowd, by the way.
Oh, my God.
It was phenomenal. What a crowd.
One of the best crowds I've seen since I've been here, too.
In a regular season game, it maybe amazing. One of the top crowds.
No doubt.
So shout out to Bulldog Nation for showing out.
And
we'll see you in 3 weeks.
Gosh dang, those guys are awesome.
We'll see you in 3 weeks. But one thing, I'm a defensive guy at heart. 3 points. And it was a 46-yard field goal, Coach. Talk about not only your first unit, but your second and third unit. Talk about
I've
those
got something to talk about.
And I'm excited about the future.
Me too.
A lot of sophomores.
Man, I'm telling you. Okay, let's take a step back and a pause right there. We started tonight 2 sophomores and a freshman on our defensive line. Started the game with 2 sophomores and a freshman. Our middle linebacker was a sophomore. A corner was a sophomore. You talk about the future. You're telling me I'm excited as well.
I mean, the future's now,
no doubt. And I'm proud of the way that those kids played. Like you had mentioned, we knew and we told our kids, you will honor your teammates by doing what you're supposed to do. And that's exactly what we took care of business in the first half, got those younger kids in, got them some experience, and I love the way they played. Charleston kept their starters in, right? And that's our second and third group going against their starters. Had a pick, had a really big stop right there. Awesome job by our entire program tonight,
total
coaching
team
staff
effort.
included.
TTE, baby.
Total team effort.
Yes, sir.
I'll tell you who I'm excited to watch, and this has – I mean, we know – First string, we know them. We call them all the time. We know their talents. Cody Moen.
Oh my gosh.
This kid,
he got a motor.
Yeah.
Is left to right, and he's dragging 3 guys.
He's
with
just a
him.
little guy.
Unbelievable
Chad
play.
said he reminds him of Clay Hubble, the way he runs the ball. Talk about Cody.
Great. That's
Cody was a
great.
nice, fresh. You know all about him. Bulldog Nation doesn't know a lot about this kid, but he was fun to watch.
No,
yeah.
he is, and again, he's our running back room. We talk about all the time. Like those 3 kids could probably start on any other team in the conference, truthfully.
Yep.
But again, when your time is called, you better get in there and you better execute. You better know what you're supposed to do, and then you better do your job. That's taking care of the football. That's running hard. That's falling forward. And Cody did that. Again, credit to him. The guys up front. Look at those guys. Eli Dyer, sophomore,
big boy,
had big Owen Smizer, sophomore on the left. Again, awesome job by that entire second group. Rhino running the charge, clock management.
Yep.
Again, that's great for a young QB and a young kid, a great kid, to be able to get that experience in a game like this. So I'm proud of everybody.
Well, Coach, congratulations on an amazing win. I do have one final question before we close out.
Is it about getting pork chops?
Let me tell you this, though.
Yeah.
Is it about getting pork chops?
Let me tell you this.
Yeah.
I asked my son. I said, buddy, I know you went up in the booth. What'd you tell him the score was going to be?
Oh, man.
He says, Dad, 29-0.
He did.
I said, what?
He did.
You better find another place to sleep tonight, young man. If you with 29,
we weren't going to mention it.
Ah, man.
We weren't going to.
So him and I are going to have some words tonight when we get home.
Take it easy. We need Jack for flag football.
Yeah, take it easy on Jack. He's a young guy.
My final question is this.
I hope it has to do with halftime.
It doesn't.
Dang it. Well, then we have one more.
Would you ever consider suiting up and going one-on-one and letting Brock tackle you?
Not a chance.
The hits he is laying on people from 10, 15 yards out is staggering.
We have a saying in our program amongst our coaching staff. We call him Brock Smash. Yeah. Like literally, he's Brock Smash. Like there's no. I love the kid, man. He one speed. Like he is kill all the time.
100%.
He's a great kid though. Great student. Great athlete. I'm happy for him. I'm proud of him. He's been a great leader for our team and our defense as a whole.
Well, we thought it'd be a get-back game. It sure was in many ways. I'll save my question for another day.
Okay.
We save it for the coach's cows.
We're on the road next week at Taylorville.
And
let's. I don't know if you guys got an update, but at halftime, Mount Zion 7, Taylorville 6.
Ooh,
no, that's a close one.
So
okay,
I can't wait to get in on the film, and I know these boys will be excited to have a great week of practice. And yeah, we're on the road. So
Apollo Conference.
We haven't won on the road yet, so now it's time to change that as well.
Well, Coach, we certainly appreciate you coming up. That'll conclude this week's post-game, Coach Atkins post-game. Tune in, I guess, 3 weeks from now.
Yep.
3 weeks from now, we're back home.
Senior night
against Matt Toon.
One of my favorite nights of the year.
Hey, and don't forget, separate channel. It's called Coach's Couch on YouTube.
Yeah.
Ryan Ziegler runs that channel. Tune in Thursday night live from Yo-Yo's 6:15 with Coach live.
Yeah, come out and ask Coach
and some players and come in person.
That's right.
We'll be there. Yo-Yo 6:15 Thursday.
That'll be a wrap for this week. And we're not going to talk about Bernice. Thanks for joining us here tonight. Thanks, folks.